Down there, Quigley. That great opportunity for himself. Stephen Quinn with the hat trick. Now Albino. And Albino finds the back of the net in his Illinois debut. His first career goal. Luke Corvo with the goal.
Thomas Colas, he's in. He shoots out in front. The captain is the savior again.
Thomas Colas finds the back of the net. Going in, and the goal! Joe Nolan puts the line up 2-1.
Won't stop till we're legend.
Do you wonder if the feeling is here tonight? 'Cause when it comes, well, you better hold on tight. Do you hear the thunder? Thunder rolling inside your mind. 'Cause when it comes, don't you take your time. Race there like a son of a gun, try to find a little room to breathe. One hand on the beat of the drum, one hand on the gasoline. Mama said don't light that spark unless you wanna feel the heat of power. spark unless you wanna feel the heat of power.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
And hello everybody from the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois. It's a Friday night edition of Illini Hockey presented by YouTube as the Illinois Fighting Illini play host to the Minot State Beavers. Hi everybody, alongside Ori Bentar, I'm Stephen Cohn. Illinois, number 12 in the country. Minot State, number 11 in the country. The first ever meeting here in Champaign on the big ice for the Beavers. It should be a good game, but Illinois is a team that struggled a lot opening up 2019. One regulation win in the month of January, one overtime win, 6 losses, including 2 by 3 goals each last weekend in Iowa State. It's been a rough time, and it's now or never for the Fighting Illini.
Pretty much, and they're going to need a complete reset in the month of February, and it's a good way to start coming back home against a very good Minot State Beavers team. It's a good test for the Illini
but 4 of their next 5 series to end the season are going to be here at the Big Pond in Champaign, and that is going to be so key for Nick Fabrini's men. They've got to take advantage of the home ice. There are some teams that are going to be coming here that have played on this ice before, but then you've got Minot State. They've never been in Champaign before. They're not used to the amount of space that this ice has, something we harp on so much here on the Illinois hockey broadcast. But the players were skating today, as you said, Steven, and they're having a bit of trouble sort of getting used to it, you said.
Yeah, no, though, because it's so big and they've never played on ice rink this big. Yesterday, when they drove down from Minot, North Dakota, they stopped at Peoria, Illinois, so an hour and a half north. They practice there. That's a normal size rink. They come to the Big Pond today, and all the angles are messed up. And guys, they're forwards trying to go down the ice. It's a lot bigger, and it's different for goaltenders, too.
Oh, yeah, and goaltending is really the key between these two teams' runs. For Illinois, you've had Jake Barnhart, who's been injured. You've got Elliot Girth, who's playing today. He's starting. Had a tough time against Iowa State. They gave up 10 goals in those 2 games, and they've lost 4 straight. And for a good indication of a hockey team is you want consistent goaltending, and Illinois just hasn't had that recently. They're looking for that with these homestands, and I think between Girth and Barnhart, you could see that happen. But Minot State has got a ringer in goal. Braden Efforts, he's 12-0. He's averaging 1.12 goals against average, and his save percentage is at 95. He's a stellar person between those sticks, and it's going to be tough to score past him, and Minot State has been a very, very good team. Besides keeping, 0, 1, 2-goal games, they're scoring a lot too, and consistent goaltending, goals from all different kinds of lines, it makes this Beavers team really tough.
Yeah, I was talking to some of those Beavers, and they were saying Braden Efforts, their goalie tonight, he is just a confident goaltender right now. Not maybe the biggest guy in that, but he stops everything right now, and that's been the case all season long. The Illini also faced Lindenwood's goaltender a few weeks ago. He was undefeated. This guy's undefeated. A tough stretch in the Illini's net. It's been Jake Barnhart. He missed a few weekends to open 2019. He was back last weekend, got pulled after giving up 4 goals against the Cyclones. Elliot Girth, the rookie from Parkland. He's from Kankakee, but played at Parkland. He went to Parkland last semester, transferred to Illinois. He gave up 2 more. Illinois needs to find an answer there, but they also need to find an answer on offense. That's been an issue. They got their top line healthy again. Casper Riba, the captain, Bobby Ernsting, and Luke Forfar is healthy. That's a line that really needs to produce for Illinois.
Yeah, and another line that needs to produce for Illinois is that second forward line. Thomas Kolas, John Moskaluk. You know you're going to get production from Riba, Forfar, and Ernsting. They're always going to get you assists, and they're going to come up and get some goals too. It's pretty consistent between them. But Kolas has been probably the top goal scorer of this team in recent games. He's scored in 2 of his last 3. And then you've got Stephen Quinn, too, who's been scoring a lot, and he's playing on that third forward line tonight for Nick Fabrini's men. So that second line's important, but for Illinois also, getting assists from your defensemen is so important, and Illinois is one of the best, they have a lot of defensemen that get assists. Tyler Opilka's got 15 of them. He's on that first defensive pairing with Turek tonight. So first line, they're always going to be consistent, but I think the second line is key, and if Stephen Quinn can stay hot, Illinois will keep this game close throughout.
And notable, the lineup for the first time in a long time, a few months at least, as long as I remember, because their defensemen are healthy. They're rolling with 7 defensemen tonight, only 12 forwards. Of course, Charlie Salk, he's played both ways. Mark Condotti has that ability as well. So you got some of those two-way defensemen that can really play forward if needed, but hey, they're going with 7 defensemen. Evan Sabo out of the lineup. And just looking at the matchup between these two teams, they met last March, the ACHA National Tournament. Minot State was the #1 overall seed in that tournament. Illinois, on its magical run to the championship game before it lost, Adrian upset the Beavers 4-2. That was a great game. And then when the Illini made their North Dakota trip back in October, they dropped 2 games to Jamestown, who they split a series with last month here at the Big Pond. And they also lost to Minot State once. What needs to change for the Illini in these games this weekend?
These games this weekend, what needs to change? They need consistent goaltending. That's #1. Mentioned that before. You got to have production from your defensemen. Keeping those defensemen healthy, too. You mentioned the 7 defensemen. That's so important for Illinois. Not just because you've got everyone healthy, you get everyone back, you've got those two-way defensemen who can, provide on offense, but stamina-wise is so important. We mentioned Minot State, have never skated on this ice before. We'll see how the stamina can, what's going to happen when we get to the 50th minute of the game, when we get to, the end of the second period, towards the end of the third. How are those guys going to cope with how much skating they're going to have to do? So whether or not Ragier makes these changes, makes those quick line changes, it's really going to depend on if he sees his guys getting tired out. And for Illinois, having those 7 defensemen, it's going to help them a lot.
And before we get to a prediction, well, let's have some fun on the pregame show tonight. Well, I don't know much about Minot State. I've never been to North Dakota. I don't think you've ever been to North Dakota.
No, I haven't.
No, yeah. No, so, but, hey, thank you again for tuning in. If you're a Minot State Beavers fan, you're tuning in tonight to the Illini Hockey broadcast. Thank you. If you're an Illini fan, thank you. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Illini Hockey and on Facebook, Illini Hockey as well. Stay warm, too. But let's play a little fun game about Minot State. We'll go over some facts about their school later for all the Illini fans out there, but there are two. I was going through the Wikipedia page. That's the most trustworthy place to get this news. Yeah. They have two notable alumni, okay? Okay. So one was an SEC basketball coach at one school for 25 years. He went to Minot State.
See, I don't know. I mean, the only SEC coaches I can think of, I don't know. You got like Tubby Smith.
You said Billy Donovan before.
Billy
that was only
Donovan
like a
was one of
decade
them,
in Florida. Yeah.
Okay, who is it? I don't know.
It's Dale Brown. He was LSU's coach from 72 to 97.
Coach Shaq, right?
Yeah, Coach Shaq.
Coach Shaq.
Yeah, good coach.
Yeah, excellent coach.
Yeah, developed him. Okay, and then we got an MLB umpire. Who is that?
Why would I know
Went
that?
to Minot State.
I don't know MLB umpires. What am I here? I have no idea.
We're looking for Gary Cedarstrom. You've heard
Gary
the name.
Cedarstrom.
You've heard the name.
That sounds familiar.
He's a crew chief.
I'm sure he's done World Series games.
He's done a lot of Brewers games. You know, it was a good time. Not that I ever met Gary Cedarstrom.
Getting those Brewer shout-outs in. There you go.
55 days till opening day. We're almost there. So close.
Yeah, we're close, but, you know, when it's negative 50 outside, no one's playing baseball in this weather. But we're freezing in here. This whole week has just been cold.
It feels like the winter. You're in pea coats and gloves right now.
I feel like I'm doing a winter classic right now. And we said, if they play, I wish they played this game on Wednesday. They could have done it outside in any parking lot in Champaign, Illinois. If it was in North Dakota, you probably still could do it anywhere outside.
I didn't do the math. I did the research, and on Wednesday in Minot, North Dakota, they had a high of -8, a low of -28,
oh my
and that
God.
was before wind chill. So I assume it was about the same. Some of the guys were telling me before the game it was about the same as it was here in Champaign. But that was freezing still. That was an awful day. And they drove 15 hours on a bus over 1,000 miles from Minot, North Dakota, on a bus that didn't have very good heat. So I feel for these guys.
Yeah, it's a trip, man.
The Illini going to try to upset them twice this weekend, 12 versus 11 in the ACHA. And, of course, no Illini Hockey pregame show is complete without a score prediction. So what do you got for this weekend opener between the Illini and the Beavers?
Well, it's just interesting because you've just got advantages and disadvantages on both sides. Minot State's never played here, not used to the ice. Illinois is cold and, you know, haven't won a game recently. Last one was against Jamestown here at home. Goals from Ribba and Ernsting. I think it'll be close. I think that Illinois, you know, have been playing well against Minot State, you know, over the past 11 months. Minot State's still looking, you know, to kind of bring it back after that tournament loss. That's probably
What was the last time they lost? October 27th?
October 27th
they
was the last time they lost.
They went 3 calendar months without losing a game.
Yeah, and they've won 6 straight. So but the thing is, Minot State hasn't faced a heaping amount of competition just because they play within the state of North Dakota so much. You know, they played U of Mary 4 times in their last 8 games, had 2 wins against Jamestown, beat Dakota, and they were going to play Williston twice, but one of their games got suspended because of the weather.
Williston.
But I think it'll be close. I would say an overtime win I think Illinois will take this one.
We'll see. The guys, they were saying a 3-on-3 on this ice might be wild, especially if this is the first time ever playing a game on the big ice. So you're the Big Bond, about 6 minutes away from Buck Drop. Illinois, Minot State, coming up next on YouTube.
Will you hold the line when every one of them is giving up and giving in? Tell me, in this house of mine, nothing ever comes without a consequence and cost. Tell me, will the stars align? Will heaven step in? Will it save us from our sin? Will it? Cause this house of mine stands strong. That's the price you pay. Leave behind your heart and cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're a natural. I've been in harder stone. You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural. face a bit of the truth, the truth. That's the price to pay. Leave behind your heart and cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge face up 'cause you're a natural. I'm feeling out of stone. You gotta be so cold to make it this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life control. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural. Deep inside me, I'm fading to black. I'm fading. Took an oath by the blood in my head. Won't break it. I can taste it. The end is a bonus. I swear I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm feeling out of stone. You gotta be so cold to make it this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life control. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. 'Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my duck off the crib, the spot, the pad. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me, it's my home, draining the sand. Soon as these happy faces land, you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa es tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. We ain't gotta
And welcome back to the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois for your Friday night edition of Illini Hockey presented by YouTube. The Illinois Fighting Illini play host to the Minot State Beavers. Hi everybody, alongside Ori Benatar, I'm Stephen Cohn. We have a good weekend series in that end between two teams very close to each other in the rankings. Illinois number 11 in the ACHA Division I poll. Minot State number 11, Illinois number 12. We're at the Big Pond. Minot State's never been here. Illinois plays here a lot. 4 of the next 5 weekends, to be exact. Should be a good time.
I think it will be a good time. That's a great observation. They play here a lot. Well, they are at home. So that's how you do it here from Stephen Cohen, and I'm Ori Benatar. So Illinois and Minot State, they're both vying for a top 10 ranking. And I think if someone sweeps this series this weekend, they are probably going to sneak their way into the top 10. And tonight's matchup will set the tone.
The Illini lose the draw at center ice. Illinois in their gray and orange with blue shorts. They're going right to left here in the first. Minot State in red, white, and black going left to right. Shiver shot deflected on. Another chance. It's Elliot Girth in net tonight. Casper Ribba steals that one in front. Takes it into neutral ice. Over the block guy. Gains his own. Goes Ribba down the right side. Pass. Dropped and caught by Mike Turek. Now Ribba behind his own net. Tries to get a shot in front. That's a quick start from the Illini.
Very quick start from both teams. They're both trying to get quick starts to the net. Now another chance.
Another Casper Ribba at the right circle. Shot on and saved by Braden Efforts. We're going to say his name a lot all weekend long.
He's been tremendous this season. He's undefeated. He's only giving up around a goal a game, and his save percentage is around 95%.
Illinois is not allowing Minot State to set up anything right there. Now another chance for Casper. Thomas Colas! 19-11 left in the first, and he strikes the Illini up 1-0.
What a start for Illinois. A goal inside 49 seconds, and that's exactly what the Illini needed. They needed to set the tone, and early, you would expect a goal within the first 5, maybe 10 minutes. Only 49 seconds, and Thomas Colas has scored 3 goals in the last 5 games. He has been on fire for the Illini recently, and that's a huge, huge momentum swing for Illinois. That gets the crowd up on their feet. What a start.
Thomas Colas' 11th goal of the season. I was telling you before the game that, you would have Illinois, if they get off to a quick start, that's going to bode well for them because Minot State not used to this ice, and it's showing early on.
It showed a little bit early on. Minot State had that chance within the first few seconds, but Illinois has created a lot of chances within those first 50 seconds. Now we're a minute in. Wow, what a great fast start to this game. But Minot State's going to reply very quickly, they're hoping.
Yeah, we'll see what Minot State does. Dumped all the way down. Elliot Girth, the rookie goaltender, made his first career start last month when he joined the team after transferring from Parkland. And the first whistle of the game, 18:48 left to go. No penalty there. Is that offsides, I believe. The Illini up 1-0 early on. The quickest of starts, maybe the quickest first goal for the Illini all season. And that's good. It's not a bad thing. Thanks for tuning in to the Illini Hockey broadcast. If you're in Minot, North Dakota, or a Minot State fan, thank you for, hope you're staying warm.
We hope everyone's staying warm. And
net dislodged. So we'll see. They're going to let it play on as the Illini are going to try to take it and neutralize. They will. And they'll make Elliot Girth just put it back in. So one net dislodgement, always fun to count.
A net dislodgement and a goal in the first minute and a half. We're on pace for maybe the greatest hockey game ever in the Big Pond.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Oh, you always got to get excited for it.
And neutralize the Beavers go. That's number 17, Alex Bechtold. Bechtold taking it around toward the end boards, trying to skate around, and Joe Nolan throws a hit. And a very clean hit by the Illini sophomore defenseman.
Yeah, right now Minot State is trying to get guys to the point. They're playing from behind the net. They might have to start trying to just pass it around, keep some possession, because Illinois is keeping the puck.
That pass was on the tape to Drew Richter. Richter couldn't hold on to it. 17:55 left to go. Thomas Colas had the goal 49 seconds into tonight's game. And the Illini are already ahead, which was the issue most of January. They were never ahead in almost any game, especially the first 2 weekends of the year.
And they definitely probably talked about getting a first period quick start. Their first game against Iowa State on the road this past weekend, they gave up 4 goals in the first, or their second game against Iowa State, they gave up 4 goals in the first period. So.
And the Illini, some of the referees in the stands looking for a hooking call right there, and they won't get it. Number 88, Grayson Newfield, taking it down and tosses that one to the boards. A chance in front, Elliot Girth with a pad save.
Got lucky there with the puck deflecting off the board, just right in front of the net, using a little help there from your surroundings.
Paul Preco is trying to tag along against the tag a man against the board. Near side behind, number 97, Drew Carter. Shot on, deflected in front from Foreman.
Yeah, now they're trying to get some momentum, but here comes Illinois on the counter. They're going to be using that all game.
That's Nick Chirillo, another rookie that joined the team this semester. Loses handle of the puck. They want to go for exchange. 17:05 left to go in the first. Dumped all the way down. Tyler Opilka, the senior defenseman, alternate captain, the first to get to it. Mike Turk tossed that to Luke Forfar. Good to see him back in the ice after he missed a lot of games early on here this semester. And that save from Efforts. How did the Illini attack Efforts again, though? You got the one goal. What's the plan going forward?
Just keeping that variety on offense. You know, that first goal is a deflected puck that just fell into the to the stick of Kolas, and he got an open wrist shot. Right now, it looks like they're just trying to get some deflections in front of net. Just keeping Efforts on his skates right now and keeping him on his tiptoes, so that, you know, you get some deflections and try and get some lucky goals here.
Minot State not able to keep up with the Illini's speed so far, which, as expected, when teams it makes a difference playing at the big bonds, and when a team hasn't, you notice the difference.
Yeah, and so far Illinois is going with fast buildup immediately from their defensive zone. They're just going up ice and just attacking Minot State right now. The
attitude the Illini need. And it's been a rough start to 2019. Dylan Johnson with the point shot on, meets the boards. Back to Johnson, tipped ahead by Forfar. Now it's Mike Turk. Mike Turk on that top defensive pairing missed a lot of games this year after suffering an injury against the Springfield Junior Blues in a September exhibition.
And Illinois finally making that line change there. Just taking it slow right now, getting that first line out for the second.
A chance in front, and that save from Efforts. It was Jack Healy, second line center. Stopped, Kolas at the left point, shot on. That one was rattling on. And out at the right point, Jack Graham. So the Illini very active all over the ice and moving quickly early on.
All over the ice, and Minot State are just trying to bring numbers back right now to make sure that Illinois doesn't get some setup plays and have those open shots right now. Illinois is using the skating, and you're using the home ice to their advantage, all that space that they have. And so far, Illinois has been the better team in these 4.5 minutes. The goal helped, but since that goal, Illinois is still attacking. But Minot State's been creating some decent chances, too.
I've been doing this for 4 years. This is by far the fastest start.
Oh, definitely.
I've ever seen this Illini
team. They're going
out.
for it.
I don't know. This is a completely different team than some of the weekends of last month, early on here in 2019. Minot State trying to escape the Illini's pressure, and they can't even do that right now. Thomas Kolas on the forecheck.
Some good forward pressure right there, and they're just they're into the defensive zone. That's going to be icing.
That's 2 straight icings, about 20 seconds. How does Minot State escape that?
They're going to, I mean, you have those guys. You see the defensemen just kind of passing it from the corners. The guys are just rushing up ice, so they're forcing them to make those really long passes. Try and get some short passes into your own zone.
Kind of break the press.
Pretty much, but Illinois is playing a press with their forwards right now. You saw Casper Ribba just going at it with the defenseman pretty much right there, and you see Drew Richter right at the Minot State defender.
Neutral ice. We'll see if that won't be another icing. Minot State's the first to get to it. Behind the net. In the corner now, near side, our blind spot here at the Big Pond. Thanks for joining us. Illini Hockey Broadcasting alongside Ori Benatar. I'm Stephen Cohn. That shot on, meets the boards. Number 74, Joel Sweldo. Spells Joel J-O-H-L. Tried to chase after it. Near side, the Illini trying to clear it into neutral ice, and they toss it all the way down. Minot State comes away. 14:40 left to go in the first. Tipped into the Illini's bench, and then we might have a fight now with number 51, Eric Bolivar, and Drew Richter kind of getting at it and right in front of the Illini's bench.
Looks like Stephen Quinn was kind of caught getting pushed into his own bench, I think, too.
And Stephen Quinn leads the Illini in penalty minutes, 49. And that goes, you take the good with the bad. You got 21 points. He has the second most goals on the team now, tied with Thomas Kolas at 11. But he also has the most penalty minutes. That's the kind of thing you'll take from one of your senior leaders like Stephen Quinn.
Yeah, and I think this is something Minot State needs right now. You get a 4-on-4 going. Try and maybe get some good possession minutes. You need to keep the puck for a decent amount of time, because with that fast attack from Illinois, Minot State's going to just need to try and develop. But I think with a 4-on-4 or a potential, 3-on-3, Illinois probably just has the advantage just based on the fact that they skate on this ice all the time.
Yeah, coincidental minors for Quinn and Bolivar. Bolivar had the overtime GWG against the Illini back in October when these teams met in Minot, North Dakota.
The GWG, it's a great way to use that acronym.
Jack Graham going down the left side. The Illini haven't really even set up an offense yet because they've been moving so fast and so many quick passes.
Neither team really has. Neither team has really had the two defensemen passing amongst each other and getting the forwards inside the circles and just setting up shots.
And the Illini aren't going to have the chance here. That one taken away by number 61, Shane Sezchuk. Seszchuk going down low in the corner now. The pass, number 11, Justin Metcalf. Metcalf drops it for the defenseman Foreman. Back to Metcalf, and stolen away by Jack Graham. His open ice, he couldn't get the puck. 1 minute left on the Quinsdale Miners for Bolifer and Quinn. So 4-4 hockey for 60 more seconds.
And Seszchuk is someone that Illinois is going to have to watch out for. He's been on a tear recently during the 6-game winning streak. He scored 7 goals.
Joe Nolan from the high slot. And that shot saved with the glove of Braden Everts.
Yeah, Nolan was going low there, very similar to what Kolas did, except to the other side of Effort's net. These teams are just, using that speed, and we'll see who it catches up to first, as Illinois is going to make a defensive change here.
Illinois up 1-0 on Thomas Kolas' goal 49 seconds into the game, but the Illini have basically dominated the first 7 minutes or so. Either way, even if it's only a 1-goal game. Dominated time of puck possession, just.
Puck possession, keeping pressure, and here they are again.
Another chance. Dropped. Mike Turk, and that shot going up high. Saved by Efforts. Into neutral ice, the Beavers go. Right to Locke. Locke in the right circle, hesitating. The pass to the point.
That was good patience from Locke to help set up a play here for Minot State, but there's a good check into the boards, try and steal the puck away.
Yeah, Lipinski probably waited a second too long with the puck at the point. But now a shot on from the left circle and saved in front by Girth. Tower Opilka knocked it away.
That was a good pad save from Girth. He hasn't had too much to do with the pads quite yet, but staying alert, keeping an eye peeled, and we've got 5-on-5 again.
Yeah, Quinn and Bolifer leave the box. Over neutral ice, Thomas Kolas dumps it in. 12:25 left to go in the first. Kasparova heads off. They want to go in for a change. Bringing out that second line, which that second line just as dangerous in the first as the first line for the Illini anyways. Kolas, Healy, and Moskowak.
Yeah, that's something Minot State probably need to do more. Get the defensemen to come into the neutral zone and get some good momentum going forward with your line to just create a play there. But thus far, their passes have just been a little too long. A lot of them hitting the boards.
Drew Carter, he was at the left point, passed it down, backhanded pass. Joe Nolan tries to get a stick on it. He does. Chance Homer now with a chance. Homer over the block guy. Ahead to Drew Richter. Richter going down the right side. Richter toward the right circle. Shot! Oh, at the crossbar.
Ooh, that was
so close.
Very, very close. Beavers coming right back now with Carter.
Carter going down the right side. A pad save into the second row. Nobody there tonight at the Big Buns. But another nice save by Elliot Girth, but Drew Richter almost had another goal for him. That would have been his 9th of the season.
That was a good sequence there of hockey between Illinois and Minot State. Yeah, 3-on-2 that turned into a 3-on-3. Minot State did a really good job to rush back and try and pressure, so Richter wasn't looking for that pass into the slot.
Sheldon won the draw in front now. Another chance. Sheldon, and a pad save again from Girth.
Girth is doing really well right now.
And it's going to be icing on the line. I know this is the Elliot Girth that the line I expected to see more, that would kind of give Jake Barnard a run for his money. It hasn't really been that so far in January. And then last Saturday, they both struggled in Ames. And now Elliot Girth getting the start, Jake Barnard the backup.
Yeah, Girth getting the start, and right now he's showing why he was picked as the starter. It's a decision that Nick Fabrini made, and I think he's pretty confident with it with the way Girth has been playing, as Minot State have been getting a lot of chances in that low slot with backhands. They're not getting too many wrist shots. It's a lot of backhanded attempts.
The Illini doing a good job suffocating everything in toward the center of the ice right now. And that shot met the back of the net. Charlie Salk tries to get over now in the corner. The Illini trying to escape.
Yeah, I think Girth actually saved that, so add another save to his tally.
It was in the first period when he kind of struggled in some of those earlier games in January. So we're going to see him Nick Chirillo going down low. That pass into the netting as it was deflected by a Beaver. 10:51 left to go. I just want to point out that some of the fans, Minot State fans on YouTube, they're commenting this is a humongous rink. If you're able to watch this and know it's a humongous rink, how do you think the players feel?
Oh, they feel this is daunting. I mean, my goodness, it's a big rink. It's a lot of space to skate. And we're not even 10 minutes into the 60-minute hockey game, and I don't know if the players are tired quite yet, but they're going to start feeling it. I'm sure both teams are, because it's a lot of space to skate. But on that last offensive play there, Justin Reese did a great job to trail and get another shot. Oh, almost a nice move.
Illini on offense taken away by the Beavers. Neutral ice, that's the word. And Elliot Girth, and see, that's the difference between Elliot Girth last month and this month, kind of. He would have stopped that and just suffocated it last month. This time, gave a good pass on the rebound.
Yeah, no freezes so far. Good save from Efforts. Neither goalie is sort of, wanting to freeze the puck so much. They want to try and play. Yeah, until then. Commentator's curse right there. Happens every time. So, but you have everyone on each team. The defense, we talked about offensive defensemen. Illinois has showed that. They're starting plays from their own defensive zone, and both goalies are too. Girth and Efforts, not freezing the puck too much, except for that one time it just happened. So they're trying to get fast-paced offense going. Not too much setup.
Jack Graham from the point. Pad save from Efforts.
And the saves are tallying up for both goaltenders right now.
Taking it down, Grayson Neufeld gains his own, drops it down. Jack Graham pass to Joe Nolan. Joe Nolan has a man on his backside, takes a hit into the boards. Ahead on the tape to John Moskaluk. A great pass to him. He tried to use a skate to stop it, but couldn't. Now gain the zone. Metcalf. Metcalf tried to drop it for a Beaver. Back to Metcalf. Now number 61, Shane Seszchuk. Pass him at the boards, behind net. No tripping call there.
Yeah, they were looking for another near post attempt. Illinois, Moskaluk was wide open in the center of the ice. Illinois had a couple of those attempts. Wide open center ice.
Moskaluk shot. Pad save again from Efforts. And Efforts is a much smaller goaltender than someone like Elliot Girth, and it's very noticeable too.
Yeah, but he's got a long leg span. I don't know what the actual term is to wingspan, but his legs separate. He can probably get those splits going, use that pad really well. Girth's been doing a good job too.
Kyle Lipinski passed it down low. Number 67, Red Lock. Over to Bechtold. And Lipinski faked on the shot. Passed over to Longy. Cody Longy. Oh, and a pad save. Elliot Girth didn't see that one at all in front of him.
Yeah, it was deflected right there by Bechtold, but Girth with another pad save. It's been pad saves all day between the two goaltenders, and neither team has been able to get past these goalies.
And Salk and Richter ran into each other, so miscommunication there. The Beavers have another chance. Longy. I'll say Longy eventually.
Okay.
Still good.
Lost
without
stick.
a stick. And Carter tries to kick at it. The line finally able to get it down. Jack Healy does it.
He picked up his stick early. You know me, I love when guys play without a stick. It just seems like they play more tenacious than ever.
Watch
Hitting
this.
Guys.
Longy going down the right side. That shot met the net. Charlie Salk now. That line, that was the best minute for the Beavers on offense yet.
Yeah. And they set up some plays. Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at this. Charlie Salk putting the moves on. And netting deflected from Efforts. Charlie Salk with the deke.
Yeah, nice dekes there. Good use of leaving the stick back, letting the puck do some of the work, letting the skates move you along the ice. Really good opportunity there. Minot State had a great minute of offense. Just weren't able to get too many shots. They're taking a lot from the tight angles. You've seen a lot of pucks go towards those posts near the lower corner. Another face-off win for Illinois.
Mike Turk shot on pad save from Efforts, and they're not used to these kinds of angles though, because the rink is wider and it's longer. So where you usually want to set up shop as a winger, let's say, it's not going to be the same here when you've only had an hour of practice.
Yeah, and I think they're just trying to catch Girth off guard, get shots from wherever they can on the ice.
It's going to be tough for a guy that's been able to get a few games under his belt now at the Big Pond. Austin Killian. Shot on from past the blue line, met the boards. Mike Turk, one of the senior.
What a pass.
Yeah, if that was a two-chance over and you only had one man to beat it, it was Killian.
Illinois had a couple of opportunities to get those breakaways, just those long
stretch passes.
Yeah, those stretch passes. They're putting their stick out wide. They just haven't been able to control it. It's a really, really tough pass to track.
Davis Sheldon drops it for Johnson. Johnson's shot is wide.
Once again from a tough angle from the Beavers.
And now into the corner it goes. Davis Sheldon again. Sheldon trying to get it back out to the point, and he couldn't. It's all the way back neutral ice. A lot of hitting, too. So this game is happening on the boards right now and very physical.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit more physical, I think, if you're Minot State. Try and get Illinois out of it. That's a huge hit.
And Bolivar, we'll see. There's going to be no penalty called there, but Bolivar went flying right in front of us. Stephen Quinn now, a chance for their line. A 3-on-2. Quinn goes down the right side, stops. Oh, and the pass, he was looking dry, I think, for Joe Nolan gliding toward the net.
Yeah, that was a good physical play there, and Quinn staying on his feet, getting the puck and making an offensive play. 4 guys were down there.
And what a hit that Bolivar took, flying midair.
And then I think Ribba just got hit by the puck. You see Ribba and Forfar both up on the ice very quickly.
Joe Nolan dumps it down there. Line to go for a change. 6:15 left, and a hit thrown from Forfar. So each team playing them with that physicality that we kind of expected their line need to show. More than that in a second. Oh, and that save, that shot was from Connor Navrat. It was deflected by Girth.
See these 2-man traps in the corner. Illinois not allowing those passes out of there. I think they're kind of adjusting to Minot State's corner game a little bit, getting those traps going to get the puck back.
Team leader in goals, Casper Ribba trying to go for a wraparound chance. Ends up going on down wide. Past the tower, Opilka was on his knee. He couldn't handle it. 5:45 left to go. Minot State's going to have a chance to clear. They dump it all the way down. It was a fly ball. Mike Turk was not an outfielder back in his day.
It looked like the puck just flew out of midair, just like dropped from the top of the big pond.
Jack Healy. Shot deflected in front by Navrat.
Way to pass it back to Turek there. That's a good decision.
And in front, stopped by efforts. 5:26. Not many stoppages, though, late in this game. This game's going fast.
Yeah, we might have had, I think, 5 or 4 minutes of hockey, uninterrupted during that time. And it's not like anything really slowed down. They're just skating as fast as they can, back and forth down the ice, getting chances. But over that uninterrupted 4.5 minutes, Minot State, I think, was the better team. They had more puck possession, but Illinois is winning faceoffs.
Yeah, that's what's going to matter in a game when Illinois has been a struggling team. They're looking for the first sign that you could have some confidence is just having the puck, and that comes with winning faceoffs.
And they're winning them in the offensive zone. We haven't seen too many faceoffs in Minot State's offensive zone.
Well, Elliot Girth hasn't held on to many pucks.
No, I don't think he's frozen it once today.
Right, that's what you want to see. As long as he's not making the bad passes after getting the rebound, you're okay with that. As Mike Turk, he's a shortstop, actually. He goes into the backhand and Jeter catch.
I like Derek Jeter. Second unanimous Hall of Famer.
Wow.
We'll
see about that.
Oh,
and the shot from Justin Reese at a hat trick earlier this season. Nick Chirillo in the corner. 4:40 left to go in the first. They're lining up 1-0 on Thomas Colas. Strike 49 seconds into the game.
Reese has had some good productive minutes since he's come onto the ice. He's been playing well.
Yeah, fourth line has not had many minutes so far in this first period. See if that changes now. That pass looking for Nick Chirillo in the low slots was just past his stick. Goes all the way back down. Minot State goes for a full change.
And now Illinois can reset, try and build something going.
Instead intercepted by the Beavers neutral ice. It's a loose puck thrown all the way down. Minot State's going to have a chance to clear.
Right here, this is what you want from Minot State. Rushing from your defensive zone, having support, and this has been a really, really good rush.
Yeah, Eric Bullifer taking all the way, going for the wraparound chance, the net dislodge. Bullifer with the play of the game so far, though, for the Beavers.
Yeah, just all the way from the defensive zone, staying on that left side of the ice, trying that wraparound. They're going for those near post attempts. They're going for that low corner shot. Once again, trying the backhand wraparound. So tough to do. Girth stayed alert. I think he maybe got a skate on it, but the net dislodging, Illinois catching a break there.
It's going to be one of the few offensive zone draws so far today for the Beavers.
And Illinois
won by the Illini. Justin Reese, intercepted. Reese, I think it's another chance.
Re-intercepted. Now re-intercepted.
And he fumbles it away. Wowrick, near side half boards. Off to Killian. His pass was too far for Sheldon. A chance over for Sheldon as Girth decided not to freeze that.
Yeah, needed a little bit of a harder poke there.
Back to Killian, shot in front, and Girth still can't freeze that one. Another chance for the Beavers. Puck is loose.
They're getting shots. They're getting chances. They're very close to equalizing in this game.
That's one that Elliot Girth was trying to stop, and he couldn't. A chance. Johnson, the shot.
Off the shoulder.
Dylan Johnson, not known for his scoring prowess, but had a great chance right there. Right in front for Johnson again. The wraparound opportunity, backhanded. Now he's going to the left. To the left of Girth, and pass back to Killian. Again, it's been some of these extended offensive zone opportunities for the Beavers so far. They've given them life, only down one.
Yeah, Minot State's the closest team to getting the next goal in this game. They're keeping possession in the offensive zone, but Illinois gets it back there thanks to that corner trap.
That took a while. That's where Elliot Girth needs to still improve. That's one of his weaknesses, being able to freeze some of those pucks and his rebound opportunities that he gives up for the other team.
Yeah, tried the heroic stick poke check out of there, but he had some good saves, and I think he's been playing really, really well in this period. Obviously not conceding helps, but he's made some very, very good saves.
Yeah, and not the captain, Bobby Ernsting. The pass, look for winds up the shot. Another chance for Casper Ribba.
Ribba get it. Yeah, Ribba had an open net. Good thing someone was in front of him. That would have been an easy second goal for Illinois.
Had to Casper Ribba. He was offsides, I thought. They're not going to call it. No, Bobby Ernsting then.
That was very close to being offside, but that's a great puck control from Ribba. He's feeling it. He wants a goal right now.
Casper Ribba, the freshman, is dominant for this Illinois team out of Coal Valley, Illinois. Another chance for the fantastic freshman. Shot on that pass.
Oh, man, that was close.
Wow, for Jack Healy.
Yeah, Healy was looking for that top right corner. Efforts getting out of the crease. he extended his body in a great way to get either his arm, his shoulder, or his glove on the puck. He might have gotten a touch on it. Hard to see from our angle, but efforts and girth have been the stars of this period.
Yeah, you can't blame Thomas Colas' goal 49 seconds into the game.
No, I mean, Colas had a wide open
Yeah.
wrist shot. The puck was just sort of handed to him, but Illinois just keeps winning faceoffs.
Under 2 minutes left to go in the first period. Illinois up 1-0 on the aforementioned Colas goal. Alongside Ori Bantar, I'm Stephen Cohn. You're watching Illini Hockey Broadcasting on YouTube. Behind that, Jack Healy just had that shot on efforts, and Healy goes down. No penalty called there as both men went down. Only one penalty so far. It was coincidental here in this first.
Healy was playing there on his butt trying to keep the puck, but now it's a 1-on-3.
Oh, and Jack Graham, who's been one of the Illini's best defensemen all season, in front of the net, pokes that one away.
Now Minot State trying to get some support, but Graham trying to trap his man there, unable to, and now deflected off.
Yeah, Metcalf couldn't handle it. Jack Healy gets a stick in there. And Thomas Colas. Colas going down the left side looking for goal number 2. And the left circle shot on, deflected in front by a Beaver.
Saw a bit of a gap there in the net to try and score, but good block. Both these teams, I mean, especially Illinois, they're not giving up on the puck. They're getting wrestled, they're getting hit by guys there in the back, but they're staying with it, pushing forward. Healy did a great job on that one to create that chance for Thomas Colas.
You haven't done a game in a while. What's the biggest difference between this team and the teams a few months ago?
I would say speed. There's a lot more speed on this team. I mean, Evan Sabo is the guy we talk about with speed. He's not playing tonight, but the classic Illinois tropes of winning faceoffs and having great passing defensemen, but I think the speed is the key.
Dropped and a save from Girth. Gives up the rebound opportunity behind net. Girth able to get up. His defenseman in front helped.
And one thing I like about both these goaltenders, they like to move around. They're not just standing still. They like to contort their bodies however they can. You see both of them on the ice a lot.
Goal line chance. Shot from the left circle and wide. Stephen Quinn giving chase to the man at the right point. The puck's loose back in neutral ice. The Beavers have to reset. 33 seconds left to go in the first.
They all had to come back there. That's going to kill a couple seconds here in this period.
Trying to go out wide. Intercepted. Turk got a stick on that. That was the Mike Turk. It was to Richter. Now it's Daniel Novosel. Gains his own. Goes down the right side. 20 seconds left in the first period. They're lining up 1-0.
Loud hit.
All of them have been loud.
Yeah, that one I think was especially loud, but maybe a last chance here for Minot State.
With 10 seconds, they'll go for a quick change. Dump it all the way down. It'll meet the boards. We'll have 8 seconds. If the Illini can get neutral ice, they'll probably be done this period. One more rush, maybe. One more shot. And forward can't get it. And that's how the first period comes to an end. 49 seconds into the game. Thomas Colas got a goal. 19 minutes, 11 seconds of nothing except really quick hockey.
Quick hockey and great saves from both goaltenders. Nothing super extravagant and out of the ordinary, but good pad saves between both goaltenders. Illinois had a lot of chances in the first half of that first period. Then the second half of the first period, it was Minot State. And the game's moving fast, not just because these players are skating quickly. There hasn't been stoppages. You had just the minor penalty there with the tussle between Quinn and a Minot State player, and also there just hasn't been too many freezes of the puck, not too many icings either. Everything's just going quick. We'll see if we get that in the second.
Yeah, I think we're in for a really good final 40 minutes
Definitely,
of this game.
yes.
But we have the first period of Illini Hockey intermission coming up. We'll be right back. Illini Hockey on YouTube.
You know I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step, another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude and a lease on life as a peace of mind. Seeking a find I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride and shit. I'm straight. I'm on my way, get up my way. I'm running late. What can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave?
Welcome back to the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois, alongside Patrick Catazone and Claire O'Brien. I'm Sophia Morano, and this is your Illini Hockey Intermission Report presented by YouTube. Tonight, the Illini are facing Minot State. At the end of the first, the score is 1-0 Illini, with the goal scored by Thomas Kolaz. The Illini and the Beavers each took a penalty this period, with Stephen Quinn and Minot State's Eric Bolifer, each getting 2 minutes for hooking. All right, guys, what did we think of that first period?
Well, I kind of noticed that Kolaz was the first person to score. Against Lindenwood, he scored the goals the first night, and tonight he's definitely doing the same thing. 1-0 Illini lead, and he scored within a minute of the game starting. So I thought, that was kind of interesting. But the Illini haven't been able to score since, and neither is Minot State. So
yeah, I think Kolaz off to a hot start. That's nice to see. Again, he's kind of carrying over that momentum he got from Lindenwood. He's one of those guys, I think Forfar said it 2 weeks ago, that he was a guy that definitely was itching to score and is a guy who's going to turn around in 2019 and score a bunch of goals. So great to see him doing that, and it was a nice goal. And I think defensively, too, let's note that. I think the defensive rotations now that Fabrini has kind of really changed his team in 2019. I feel like that, talk about that Nolan Graham line a whole lot, but now Turek with Opilka, I believe, another great line that I felt like was playing good defense today, even though they kind of got stuck with some of the later of the offensive line, so they spent a little bit more time in the defensive zone, but I feel like those defensive lines this year have been really good, a good adjustment from Fabrini.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with that. I love seeing a good Illini defense position, good Illini defense positions. Yeah, it's been a really explosive first period. A lot of action coming from both sides. And it's really good too seeing the goal early on in the first period. That's a really good advantage for the Illini, and it kind of helps them, I think, get a lot of momentum going for the rest of the period. I like seeing a lot of energy, seeing a lot of defense on there. And yeah, I think to speak to kind of what you were just saying, Patrick, we are seeing a very different Illini team in 2019, I think, than we were seeing at the end of last year. I mean, you come close last week to even going into overtime with a team like Lindenwood, currently the #1 team right now. I mean, you can do basically anything, so really love to see that. All right, what else have you guys noticed in the first period that you want to talk about?
Well, what's kind of interesting, though, is that the Illini are doing really well against Minot State at the moment, which last time we played Minot State up in North Dakota, and actually Minot's about 1,000 miles from here, and Steven said that they drove in the cold. And the wind chills in North Dakota were colder than Antarctica this week, as was much of the Midwest. So props to them for the drive. But when we were out of Minot, I believe we dropped both games. So tonight you're kind of seeing the tables flip. So that's kind of interesting to me. And obviously we'll keep an eye out for it, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, I want to say that polar vortex did not keep Minot State from traveling, even though it kept a couple students on Wednesday from not going to class, thankfully. That being said, I think another good point is that we kind of talked earlier in the season about getting off to a quick start. I think that's what the Illini exactly did. First minute of this game, you see, Kolaz get that goal, and kind of what we wanted to see more of. And we saw that against Lindenwood and didn't turn out that way. But now against Minot State, who's a higher-ranked team, it's good to see that.
Yeah, definitely starting to get a little tough kind of as we went through the first period towards the end there, seeing a lot more play in the defensive zone. We see Minot State really does have a strong team going for them, strong offense coming. So what do you think of Elliot Girth today? We know he's getting in, still a relatively new goalie, but he's getting some more ice time. What do we think?
Girth has been playing very well, and he's been getting a lot of starts, and I think he's getting a lot of very good experience. Okay, hang on, let me pull up my notes from the Lindenwood game. Yeah, Girth got the start against Lindenwood, so he's been getting a lot of really good experience as of late, and I think that down the line, that's going to benefit both him and the Illini, having strong goalies in the rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've seen him early. Obviously, that Lindenwood game was super impressive, the amount of goals he gave up in those compared to when we went to Lindenwood, and we saw 10 goals go in the back of the net. So, yeah, I'm really positive with how Gert's played so far. I think they came into the season expecting him to make a little bit difference once he was able to transfer over for Parkland, and hopefully that difference continues.
Yeah. I think especially with the Illini too, having a new goalie that's starting out really strong is definitely a great help. You know, before they had and they still have Jake Barnhart, and he's a junior. He's going to be leaving the team, you know, after next year. So I think it's really good that they can get a goalie like this to start off really strong, and they don't have to keep relying on Barnhart as much. But now they have some really good goalies that they can depend on. I think it's great that they're giving Elliot Girth some ice time these past couple of weeks. It's really good to see him kind of build up, and especially against really good teams too, against Lindenwood last week, #1. And Minot State is a very good team too, so yeah, really happy to see that. So, all right, what do you guys want to see in the next period? Who are we looking at to score, do you think?
Well, I believe Ribba is leading the team in goals, so I would argue that Ribba is the most likely candidate for the Illini to score, but just about everybody on that team is also a very strong candidate for scoring, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh man, I you know, Forfar said it was gonna be Colaz, and Colaz obviously showed up. So if I had to do another player, I'm gonna go with the freshman sensation Casper Ribba to score the second one, similar to what they did in the Lindenwood game. So I'm gonna go with Ribba.
Yeah, I would say Casper Ribba is always a really good bet when you're looking at a team to score. All right, so I think that's about all for this intermission report, so we'll go to break, and Stephen and Ori will take us through period 2. Once again, alongside Patrick Hadazone and Claire O'Brien, I'm Sophia Verano. Thanks for joining us today.
And hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois for this Friday night edition of Illini Hockey presented by YouTube. The Illinois Fighting Illini after a period of play of 1-0 over the Minot State Beavers. Alongside Ori Bantar, I'm Stephen Cohn. You just listened to the Illini Hockey first period intermission. Congrats to Sophia, Claire, and Patrick. They're doing great jobs as freshmen, so 3 more years for to hear their voices.
They're lucky.
It's a long time.
We're searching for jobs at this moment in time. It feels like yesterday we were freshmen, but look forward to hearing them if you're joining us for more Illini hockey broadcasts in the future.
Yeah, if you're listening from North Dakota, hi.
Hello.
How you doing? It's nice to meet you.
I'd love to go to North Dakota one day.
No, it seems like I look at Google Maps in North Dakota all the time because I'm like shocked. Like there's like these little like small cities just everywhere, and like one of them's Minot, and you know another one of those small cities is Jamestown, North Dakota. I was introduced to the Jamestown Jimmies last year when they made a visit to Champaign. The Illini and the Jimmies played again in the ACHA tournament. The Illini and the Beavers played in the ACHA tournament last year as well. And then this year, the Illini went to North Dakota back in October. They played 3 games, 2 against Jamestown, 1 against Minot State. Jamestown came here last month. Now Minot State's here as well. I bet they'll both play again in the ACHA tournament just because Illinois seems to love North Dakota at this point.
I mean, North Dakota schools seem to love their hockey as well, and Illinois just is matched up against them.
You know who loves each other, though?
Jamestown
and Minot State. They play each other 9 times scheduled this year. Minot State, though, is 5-1 in those 6 games so far this season. They have 3 more coming. And like it's just difficult for these teams to play anyone else because like they're easy opponents to go find.
Yeah, right, and you just know that opponent so well. I mean, that's a rivalry right there, especially, club hockey, ACHA. When you're playing a team that many times in a season, you're going to know every single thing about each and every one of their players, and you're going to have some great games. I mean, Minot State and Jamestown play some phenomenal games. The last time they played, Minot State won both of them at home, 2-0 against Jamestown in the first of 2, and then they won 4-1. So they have their number in the last couple games.
Kind of sad.
Yeah. So
the Jimmies are like it's kind of like the Generals and Globetrotters in that case. Like they play 9 times. Minot State wins 8.
I mean, Globetrotters and Generals have played like 1,000 times.
Yeah, the Generals
have
won
won maybe 5. Yeah. In very real basketball, of course.
Hey, they were at State Farm Center. What was it, last week?
I
think it was.
Yeah, I think it was last week.
That's cool.
Yeah, we get a bunch of cool people in Champaign.
That's all you got? That's you have nothing else to say? I'm like, that's cool.
I'm not a Globetrotter General kind of guy. I've never been to one of the games, but people come to Champaign. Things are cool in Champaign, just like the weather was this week.
Wow,
always got to bring it back.
That was nice. Minot State, they have just a few facts about them. 2,300 undergraduates. So that's about, like, I don't know, a 25th of the size of Illinois.
That's about the size of the College of Media at Illinois. A little bit bigger than the College of Media.
Oh, that's a lot bigger. College of Media has like maybe 1,000 at most.
Yeah, so it's double the College of Media.
But then they also have about 1,500 graduate students. They're NCAA Division II in other sports. They're ACHA Division I in ice hockey, established in 1913. So they just had their centennial. Congratulations. 6 years ago, this decade, was Minot State's centennial. And their mascot, Buckshot the Beaver.
Buckshot the Beaver.
Buckshot.
I'm sure he's going to have a fun day tomorrow for Groundhog Day.
That's what I'm saying. I'm excited for Groundhog Day tomorrow because I'm going to call it Beaver Day. That's what it is. It's going to be Beaver Day to me.
And so that would mean that they would have to win, of course.
Well, no, if they win, that means 6 more weeks of wait. So when a groundhog sees its shadow, that means 6 more weeks of winter.
I think so. I always forget.
I think that's what it is. Okay. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me. But I think that's what it is. So if they win, I'll say 6 more weeks of winter. If the Illini win, winter's done. That's it.
Okay.
We're heating up. So, and that'll be true because it's supposed to be 55 on Sunday.
Remember that. Yeah, it's supposed to be 55 on Sunday in Champaign, but remember that. The Illinois-Minot State game tomorrow will determine the outcome of the seasons for this winter/spring. So if it's going to be snowing in May, blame whoever wins this game.
I'm telling you, that's all it is. It's going to be Beaver Day tomorrow, February 2nd, 2019. Beaver Day here in Champaign. The Illini in their gray, they're up 1-0. Thomas Cole has a goal 49 seconds in. We'll start the second period on the bench as the Illini have that top line out there. They're going left to right here in the second. The Beavers and Minot State going right to left. And I like their jerseys. They're red.
Yeah, I like their jerseys a lot. I always like the red-black combo, but their guys on the bench getting pumped, pounding there on the boards.
Yeah, if you looked at once the camera pans over to Minot State's bench, check that out right now. They are all on the edge of the bench. This is that's a team that I feel is a little more motivated than maybe at the start of the game.
Yeah, that's a power move right there. It's great to see your entire team get into the game, and that's really where you get a lot of your energy from. your teammates cheering you on from the bench, and if your whole team is out there just leaning their way, watching the game, staying into it, they can get back into it.
Dylan Gatos, he was a non-factor in that first period. He has a team high 20 points, 9 goals, second most on the team, and 11 assists. That's tied for a team high. A non-factor, he took that puck up the ice, the Illini stopped him immediately.
Yeah, I mean, Illinois has been able to take out all of Minot State's top goal scorers, but this team has got, on paper, so many guys that consistently score.
That cross-ice pass in front to Thomas Colas had that goal. We've already passed that 49-second point, so he won't replicate his first period theatrics. But 18:50 left. John Moskalik gains his own going down the right side. Moskalik shoots it on, and the stick save by Efforts. Second chance, though, for the Illini. Shot meets the boards, meets the glass from Colas.
That was a good pass after that shot, I think, from Moskalik. But now Minot State with a rush. Open
3
man.
on 2 for them. For the right, shot, and a pad. Just shoveling it up is Elliot Girth. Using his whole body again in front of that one. 89 seconds into the second period, the Illini up 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, a wide open shot for Minot State, but Girth doing really well to angle it right, get in front of him, and avoid giving up, a cross-ice goal on a wrist shot. So Girth moving well, not just making saves within his crease, moving out of his crease and making saves and being very physical and athletic.
I think that was Seshchuk, too, on the shot, so he's their leading goal scorer, and to be able to stop him like that, that is what you want to see if you are Nick Fabrini, the head coach of the Fighting Illini. Behind his own net, Chance Homer and takes it away, passed ahead, dropped off for Drew Richter. Richter's pass too far in front. Look for that two-line pass all the way down for the Beavers. The Beavers going right to left here. Metcalf gains his own, going down the left side at 2-on-1. Drops it to the high slot. He was looking for Locke. Locke.
Yeah, Minot State's been the better team offensively from the end of that first period and into the start of the second period. They're trying to slow it down a little bit as we got a stick just sitting there in the right circle.
Illini's still matching that aggression, though.
Yes, matching the aggression, and they're immediately getting 2 guys on a man if he's just sitting there on the back of the boards. But Minot State's intercepting passes and forming offensive chances right now.
That pass to Bechtold was behind him. Stephen Quinn took it away. Chance Homerton over the block eye, over the blue. Thrown all the way ahead, tossed up in there, and caught by number 51, Eric Bolifer, had the game-winning overtime goal against the Illini back in October at Minot State. Bolifer, he already had 1 rush all by himself in the first period, and this one saved by Elliot Girth. But Bolifer, I think, has been the biggest offensive threat so far for the Beavers.
Definitely. I mean, he's had a couple of chances, just rushing up, basically trying to do a one-on-one with Girth. But Illinois noticed a thing that's very interesting. First period, they let that first line kind of be out there for around 3.5, almost 4 minutes. Quicker change. The second forward line's already out. We're not even 3 minutes into the period.
And that shot looking for that low slot, high slot redirect. They won't get it. Puck is still loose in front, and Nick Chirillo gets a stick on, takes it away.
I almost got redirected. I thought that puck was going to fly into the corner there. It looked very, very close. It's got an icing.
Icing, so we'll come all the way back down. Offensive zone draw coming for the Beavers. 17:01 left. You're watching Illini Hockey on YouTube alongside Ori Benatar. I'm Stephen Cohn. We're at the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois. Friday night. It's February now, so we're already a 12th of the way done with 2019.
Woo!
So it's already been a heck of a year.
Almost 2020.
Almost. Only 11 months away from today. From a new decade. Maybe a better decade for the Illini in all sports. Illinois won 2 ACHA National Championships back in the 2000s. They made 1 ACHA National Championship game here in the 2010s. That was last year. They made that game because they beat Minot State in the semifinals. Paul Prekos, third defensive pairing, tried to toss it ahead, stays in the Beaver zone. 16:30 left to go.
There have been a couple of giveaways from Illinois early on. Illinois had no puck possession within these first 3.5 minutes of the second period, and they're going to make another change now to just try and get some energy going.
And Justin Reese went flying into his own board without any hits. The chance in front, number 14, and Wowrick drops in. That's taken away by Bobby Ernstine. Another chance for Wowrick in front, and tossed in neutral ice.
They kind of whiffed on that shot, but once again, it's right back to Minot State. Illinois needs to keep the puck for an extended period of time, but they're kind of doing what Minot State did at the beginning of the first, just dumping it into the zone.
Here we go, number 16, Dylan Johnson, his 22nd game of the season, but only 8 points for the defenseman. He'll head to the bench. 15:50 left to go. It's been very back and forth here. Neither team really setting up too much, but Minot State with more puck possession. Frozen by Elliot Girth. And they got to get more shots, though.
Yes. But while it's been still back and forth in this period, I think it's a lot slower a little bit.
I agree.
Not as quicker pace as we saw in that first period. I think you're starting to see the coaches probably said, look, guys, we probably need a little bit more build-up. We need some time of possession, like really long, lengthy time of possession to get a lot of chances on these goaltenders because you're going to have to tire out the goalies in order to get a goal in this game.
Kyle Lipinski throws it down low to the end boards. Backhanded shot pass. And in front, and great play by Jack Healy, one of the Illini's centers.
Oh, what a save.
Looking for that wraparound chance, and the pad save. Girth didn't know where it was, still made the save.
Yeah, Girth's pad has been the heroes for Illinois on the defensive end. Another great save there as Minot State continues to go for that low corner goal.
Here we go in front, another chance for the Beavers, frozen by Elliot Girth. And then a big hit, and we have a scruffle after the whistles. John Moskal getting in there, as well as Connor Navrata of the Beavers. 15-16, they're still going ahead. This was boiling over the past few minutes.
Yes, and we saw this around the same time in the first period. Two guys pushing each other within Illinois' bench. But now you have around 4 or 5 people getting into it. We'll see if we get any penalties here. We only had minors from that scuffle in the first.
Yeah, you had the coincidental minors in the first period. It looks like Jack Healy will be sent to the sin bin here in the second. And we'll see if there's any retaliation penalty from the Beavers. It'll be Connor Navrata. So I said it was Moskal and Navrata. It's Jack Healy.
Yeah.
And Navrata. So more 4-on-4 hockey. And the Illini, you thought when this went to 4-on-4 in the first period, it'd be favoring the Illini, and it didn't really seem that way.
Yeah, I mean, the 4-on-4, it was around the same speed, but it didn't pick up as much as we thought it would, because in that first period, everything was going so fast. Now I think you have an opportunity for Minot State. Slow it down, try and win this face-off in the neutral zone, and just develop something here. You have 2 minutes on 4-on-4. This is going to be a really good opportunity for Minot State to maybe equalize. Or for the Illini, it's a pretty obvious statement for me, for the Illini to make it 2-0.
Yeah, the Illini sent with that top line, Bobby Ernsting, Luke Forfire, as well as Joe Nolan and Jack Graham. But first win here on this 4-on-4 is by the Beavers. They stop the Illini, and then Forfire loses his stick. Kyle Lipinski going to the left circle, shot, and meets the boards off Elliot Girth.
That was really good skating from Kyle Lipinski, moving from the right side of the ice to the left side of the ice, but now Joe Nolan's got it.
Chance for the Illini's best offensive defenseman, and the glove save knocked away by Efforts.
Looked like it hit his mask potentially.
That was a dangerous play for Efforts, staying up on that one and leaving the crease. So Luke Forfar at the right point. Forfar gets past the man. He tried to. It's Metcalf. He has a breakaway chance. Only one man to beat. It's Elliot Girth. Metcalf. Chance to tie it up, and he can't get it. Elliot Girth stops him.
Oh, that was a good poke check from Metcalf. Breakaway opportunity. Tried to go, from the left to the right, just trying to poke it in, but Girth keeping his composure. That was probably Minot State's best chance so far in this game.
Yeah, they've had a few, but no chances like that
Not
yet.
like that, no.
And you know how many they'll get tonight. The Illini's defense stepping up. Drew Richter going fast down the ice. He's probably the Illini's fastest skater without Evan Sabo there tonight. And he couldn't handle the puck.
They're getting support on these rushes. It's been good from the Beavers.
Longy, and that shot meets the glass as well. Elliot Girth is getting on everything right now, which is what you want to see from a rookie goaltender.
Yeah, and I think he's been the better goaltender between him and Efforts, just because Girth has had to face more chances, and he's making some really spectacular saves.
Another chance here from Killian, and that shot again into the netting all the way up to the roof of the Illinois Ice Arena here at the Big Bund. 13:35 left, 20 seconds left on the coincidental minors for Navrata and Healy. But now the pace is picking up again.
Yeah, it's picking up again for sure, but I think it's picking up more from Minot State. We saw Illinois have an opportunity building something offensively, but Minot State is starting to use those rushes a little bit more. And thus far, we're almost half an hour into this game. I don't think they've been phased from the amount of skating they've had to do.
No. And that was the concern. How tired they're going to get.
Right.
How are they going to respond? It's only a 1-0 game, and they haven't had many defensive breakdowns.
You could see that more in the third period, but I don't think these guys. Body language is so important, and I don't think they're going to show it. That's an awkward puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a break for the Beavers, because that was going to be sent to Tyler Opelka, and finally gets to Opelka with 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4. And we're back to 5-on-5 as Opelka gains the zone, going down the left side to the right circle, to the left circle, turns back. And he looks for Thomas Colas at the point. Colas at the right point. Right circle, neeks past the man, and glove save. A second chance for Colas. Oh, and he tried to go backhanded to the left side of Efforts.
He was wide open again. Thomas Colas with 2 opportunities to get his second of the game.
Fournier, pass ahead, they gain the zone. To the right, to the pad save again, Elliot Girth.
Oh man, another phenomenal pad save. Kicking that one out as it was going across his body. Elliot Girth playing tremendous. What a performance from the rookie here tonight.
Gotta be impressed with him. His best game so far through 28 minutes as an Illini. Far side half boards, the Beavers go. Back to the point. Trying to escape past the man, it's number 37. Dylan Gatos. They stopped him. They shut him down all night so far.
So far, and him and Sezchuk have not been able to get too many chances. Sezchuk has had a little bit more, but Gatos has been completely silent so far.
Another chance for Gatos now, far side corner. Top of your screen, passed off to number 88, Grayson Neufeld in front, taken away by the Illini. Back to the Beavers, a hit thrown, Gatos has it. To the right point, Joel Swedlow. Gatos. A bad pass, Cody Longy. Longy stopping, firing, and into the netting it goes. So Dylan Gatos looks completely out of sorts right now. A lot of passes, not being able to be the playmaker he is as a scorer and a passer.
Yeah, he's getting pressured a lot, and that was a deflected shot that came off. But Minot State right now, it's pretty much been all them in the second period. We're 8 minutes and 5 seconds into the second. The Beavers are so close to getting their first goal of this game. The defensemen have been playing really well. Lipinski skated great for Minot State. And they got to just keep winning some faceoffs here, but they've just been unable to tonight.
The Illini able to win that one, kind of, as it gets neutralized. So they'll be able to catch their breath for a second. They don't go for a change, but
they're losing the puck too quickly, though. They're winning faceoffs, but right now they're just losing the puck too quickly.
Yeah, it's a different Minot State team, maybe a little bit more comfortable on this ice. Davis Sheldon, the shot meets the boards. Thrown around. Mike Turek, chance for the Illini to escape. All the way ahead to Chirillo, too far to the end boards. Chirillo throws a big hit. Neil Novosel at the goal line, off to Mark Condati. Condati shot ahead and it's wide.
It's almost deflected in from Reese, just kind of sitting there in the slot waiting for a deflection. Illinois hasn't had too many chances for deflection, while Minot State is just looking for those one-touch goals.
That was 2 straight times that Illini were able to get in their offensive zone at least and kind of show some momentum on offense. As no icing called there. Mark Condati has the puck, tries to go backhanded, and he kicks it then. It's a good strategy.
Yeah, this forward pressure from Minot State is overbearing right now on the Illini. They're taking a page out of Illinois' book. Some bodies falling here.
That's some good forecheck, and then Stephen Quinn tries to get a stick over the block high. Easy glove save for Elliot Girth. And that's the kind of thing that's going to bring fans here at the Big Pond to their feet right now, because got to get a stoppage in play and slow down this tempo a bit.
And again from Boleffer, he's basically, anytime he gets the puck in the neutral zone to the defensive zone, you know he's going to shoot. I mean, that's pretty much what he's been doing all game. He's just skating up to the ice. He's just trying to get that shot in, and he's scored 3 goals this season, 5 points for him.
This doesn't feel like a 1-0 game.
It does not at all.
Halfway through, and the only goal scored was inside the first minute, but it's been a good game so far.
Yeah.
Chance in front to tie it up. Shots wide from number 61, Shane Sezchuk. Has 10 goals, a team high this year.
Yeah, they've had some open net chances there with just some gaps, but they just haven't been able to get it in there.
No, Joe Nolan without the hit. Stayed up. And then a bad pass by that line neutral ice. Another chance for Sezchuk. Going down, and another glove save from Elliot Girth.
The accuracy on the shooting needs to improve just a little bit more.
Elliot Girth threw his stick at Rhett Locke after that one, too. We didn't like how Locke was trying to tangle up with him. That's a confident goaltender.
Yeah, confident goaltender. Good from the rookie. Show a little spine, show a little physicality, show you're not afraid of these guys. A team that has been scoring goals like crazy, haven't lost since October.
It's been over 3 months.
And Elliot Girth trying to get his first shutout as an Illini goaltender.
Well, you can't say that. You just said the word. You're not allowed to say that.
I'm not allowed to say it.
What is this? Tisk. Drew Carter.
What's with you in superstition?
Bolivar! Oh, shot deflected with the chest of Elliot Girth.
That was another good save. But anytime Bolivar gets the puck, he's going to shoot. He's feeling it tonight. He wants a goal.
Ooh, big hit there again from Austin Killian. So you see the Beavers are playing with their bodies right now, and that shot in front, it knocked away.
It's like
slapping
a handball slap by Joe Nolan.
This game is getting a little wild right now as that shot into the nettings from the blue line by Reese Foreman. He's only got 1 goal this year, so that was not a good shot by him. 1-0 with 9:03 left. What are your thoughts about this game right now?
They don't even need sticks. I mean, they're kicking it, the puck, they're slapping it away. They're using whatever they can to just keep it away from their net. But second period, it's been all Minot State. I mean, Illinois has just not been able to get too many chances. They haven't really, their best sequences of this period came, not just of this period, of this game, have come early on, but now they're trying to build something here.
Luke Forfar going on the left side, shot, and a chance, the net was open, but the Illini couldn't get anyone there. Shot in front from Opelka, blocked away, trying to chase after Casper Riba.
Oh, the puck was crying out to be just put in the net there, just sitting near the crease.
In front, neutralized they go. Gain the zone as Gatos drops it off back, now number 93. That's Connor Navrod. Ahead, it's on the stick of Riba. Riba shot on, it's wide over the goal. And the Illini haven't cycled really at all. Maybe one time this second period.
Maybe once.
It's Minot State is pressuring everything on defense. Very active sticks right now.
On defense, their forwards are pressuring. They're getting the puck back, and they're rushing up ice fast.
Swedlow gains his own. Stick to side by Elliot Girth.
And it's a lot of one-man rushes. They're not passing it too often between guys on those rushes. You just have one guy just skating up ice trying to get a shot.
Jack Ram's shot, stick save. Braden Efforts has been everything that he's advertised to be this season as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both goalies have pretty much made at least 15 saves each, I've got to say, trying to keep that one onside.
Just 15 saves as
Probably
that one is
a little
frozen.
more.
There have been a lot of shots in this game.
Girth has probably 20 or 25.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Beavers this period have really peppered him the entire time. That's kind of been their goal.
Yeah, and they've been peppering him a lot in this period. But I think for Minot State, most of these shots have been low. They got to varietize a little bit on where they're shooting the puck. There haven't been too many high shots. When they have open wristers, they're going for that low corner. So they got to get some more variety on where they're shooting the puck. Catch Girth off guard. Make him make some glove saves.
Is varietize a word?
Maybe, I don't know. Color commentators always invent words.
I was stuck on that the entire time you were just talking.
I invented a word. Varietize. Ori Benatar's new word of the day, varietize.
I like it. No, I'm into it. I might use it. We'll see if I can get a chance. Longy taking it down the right circle to try to varietize his shot selection, and Girth saves it.
I see what you did there. It's prioritize, varietize. It makes sense.
That wasn't my thought process at all. I just was going to say varietize. Hey, we have 102 people right now. We've gone up to 110 as the maximum in this game watching on YouTube. I think our record is like 130. That was against Jamestown, so the Minot State fans, if you want to beat Jamestown again this year, you would share the broadcast link on Facebook and Twitter and get your friends to watch.
Yeah, tell your friends and your family, watch the end of this game. It'll be close tonight.
Yeah, it's not going to be a blowout like some of the Minot State games have been this year and some of the Illini games as well, as the Illini have been on the wrong side of a few of those the past few months. In front, Thomas Kolas trying to get in. Oh, and Kolas was trying to set kind of a screen on Efforts. 6:45 left to go.
Yeah, Healy had some space to get a shot off, but there were about 3 guys in the net that probably just blocked the puck from going in.
We lost viewers after. We're down to 99. I make that pitch, and then
It's a commentator's curse, man. Happens every time.
I know. I shouldn't have said that. That was definitely my bad.
Just got to let it happen.
We played 14 minutes in the scoreless second period. 6:25 left. Not many stoppages of play at all.
Haven't had any goals since the first 49 seconds.
Yeah, so everything's in our blind spot right now, so that's not a very fun place to watch hockey. Thomas Kolas fires and thrown ahead by John Mosklik.
Deflection from the blue line. That's always tough to get accurate, but not bad. Not a bad attempt.
No, they want to go for a change. Right now, they're playing kind of offensive. You like to see more of that offensive aggression, but they've been able to set up because Minot State's defense has definitely stepped up here in the second.
Yeah, it's improved quite a bit. I mean, Minot State's had more chances than Illinois, but Illinois, I think, has had the better chances of this period. They've had a couple of times where the puck's sitting there.
Chance Homer going away, gains his zone, no penalty. Oh, there's going to be a penalty called by the near side official. And it's going to be a tripping minor, I believe, unless they're going to call it offsides. Like, Quinn went down, and it looked like it could have been hooking or tripping, but I think they're going to call it offsides as Quinn was ahead of the blue line. A break for Minot State.
The refs are talking to Chance Homer, and too, I think he's just wondering what the play was, and yeah, they're just going to call it offside. So, still haven't had any power plays in this game. No 5-on-4s yet.
Ernsting over. They gain the zone to Riba. Back to Ernsting, going for the tip in front of the net.
Oh, really good attempt from Ernsting.
Saved by Opelka. Turns back. Oh, he takes a big hit from Wowrick. That's a fun one to say, like, wow, Rick.
Wow, Rick.
That'd be, there you go. That's how it should go. 5:15 left. It's a neutral ice, dumped all the way down by the Beavers.
And if you're Illinois defensively, you got to watch Bolifer. He's back on the ice now. You just got to make sure that he doesn't have space to skate all the way down to the net and get another shot.
The pressure on the backside by Tyler Opoka. That's why he's been a captain for 3 years with a letter on his chest for the Illini, the Effingham, Illinois native. They're known for the world's biggest, or the country's biggest cross. It's kind of cool. Shot in front. I just needed to say that fact.
Another shot from Bolifer.
Oh, Luke Forvar didn't have the puck as he whiffed. Then he whiffed again. The second shot could have still been a good assist because Bobby Ernstine was in front of the net, and Efforts was not ready for that one. Makes the save. 4:38 left to go. A scoreless second period. What's going to happen in the final 4 minutes here?
More shots. I don't know if we'll get a goal. I mean, just because the goaltenders are on fire tonight. But I think we'll see some more shots probably from Illinois because you've got an offensive zone faceoff that they're going to redo.
Yeah, we're going to have a second one. We'll see what gets tossed. If anyone. They made it 4:37, so 1 second off the clock. Just given that game reset each team with one timeout, so that will likely be used in the third period at this point since it's such a close game. Very even game, too. We knew this would happen. Minot State's number 11 in the polls, Illinois number 12. A chance for the Beavers to tie it. Intercepted. Backhanded opportunity for number 68, Jordan Robertson. Back, the shot. Deflected wide.
The deflections are not helping Minot State either. They have just not been able to get any towards Girth. All of their chances coming from, wrist shots or those one-touch misdirects.
Chirillo to Novosel. Back to Chirillo. Back to Novosel. And they're unable to get it down. Novosel goes down on the ice. Taking it, number 68, Jordan Robertson again. Robertson shot deflected in front of the net. Under 4 minutes left to go in the second period.
The Illinois defenders are doing a really good job staying in front of Minot State shooters, being very close to them, just containing them and skating backwards excellently.
Foreman in front. Cross-ice pass. The Minot State's bench was open still.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed with the puck there, it kind of slowed down because you see on the far side, there's a lot of snow buildup towards the lower part of the board, so the puck was kind of dribbling there instead of gliding to the other end.
And offsides again on the Illini. And that's better than what it used to be at the Big Pond when there's no refrigeration system, or the refrigeration system below the ice was broken, and then it wouldn't freeze. It'd be more like melting than anything.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be really, really bad. I mean, you don't want anything to melt here. You just got to keep it nice and cool. I expect it to be warmer inside here than it would be outside, but
that might not be the case.
That is not the case because it decided to go. It was like a 70-degree increase in the last 2 days in Champaign, almost in the whole country.
Of course, the Big Pond underwent renovations about 2 years ago now, back in 2017. Over $1 million worth for new glass, new boards, new ice refrigeration, new scoreboard. See all that on the broadcast on Illini Hockey on YouTube.
I appreciate the nets. Those are really important.
They were. The nets weren't as high before, I don't believe. Navrod behind the net. 3 minutes to go now in the second period. The Illini have 1-0 Thomas Colas with the sole goal in today's game. Navrod, wraparound chance. It's hit up into there.
Girth was just kind of lying on his side there, just like chilling, waiting for a shot to come. I think he kind of knew it was going to be a wraparound.
Gatos. Off to the right point. Beavers holding. It's been all Beavers here in the second period. But it sounds like a broken record, but it really hasn't changed the past 20 minutes or so.
No, but Illinois has been able to get a couple of opportunities, but they've been really good ones.
There you go. Down the corner. John Moskowitz throws his man down. And it's going to stay in the Illini zone. Chasing after Thomas Colas. Back into the corner it goes. To the right point, the Beavers have it. Now it's the Illini. It's a loose puck. Neutral ice. Over the block guy goes Minot State. Metcalf. Try to get past the blue line. John Moskowitz has it. It's been neutral ice now for about 20 seconds. And a loose puck for a while. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Chance for Locke. Locke going down the low. Going up high. Another chance. Now it's just kind of the game's very slow and this is the first time all game there's been kind of that lull in play.
Yeah, no one can keep a hold of the puck. It's not sticking to any of their sticks. And Richter going to the corner again, but nice.
Richter wraparound opportunity, and then that was dislodged and was put back.
That was great speed from Richter to just beat his man, go around, try and find an open pass.
Chance homer, and that not able to get the save is Charlie Salk. 80 seconds left. That cross ice back to Mike Turk off his stick. Bolivar, expect a shot as he go down the left side. Bolivar going down toward the end board, and Mike Turk knocks it away. Turk now takes a hit into the corner. 70 seconds left to go in the second period.
Bolivar kept that puck pretty much the entire time on that offensive possession.
Sezchuk. 1 minute left here in the second. Charlie Salk can't get to it first, so he just knocks it to the near side corner. And yeah, this the past 2 minutes has been very uncharacteristic of what we've seen the rest of tonight's game. As Girth tried to freeze that one and got loose. Another chance for the Beavers now. It's a loose puck. It's into the corner.
Well, they're just scrambling for it right now. No one can find space and create an opportunity for themselves within the last 2 minutes of this period.
How would that be? Minot State plays so well in offense as that's icing on that line. Oh, it's Stephen Quinn heads into the boards. Minot State plays so well in offense for 20 minutes, and then they score on this kind of like weird style that we haven't seen the past.
Yeah,
40.
I mean that's just kind of it writes itself almost if you would expect that to happen. 31.1 left. Offensive zone faceoff for the Beavers. Win this one here, maybe get a quick slap shot, pass it between the two defensemen. You've got Foreman out there along with Neufeld. Maybe just try and get a couple passes, but you got to win this faceoff here if you want a chance to tie it.
There it goes, the Neufeld at the left point. And he hit his man, but he actually hit his man. That was a snipe on the pass. 20 seconds left. They haven't got a shot in the past 10 seconds. And now the puck. It's going to be tied up against the boards. They're not going to stop it. Good play by Mike Turk. 10 seconds left in the period. It's Chance Homer. He'll try to clear. He'll kind of hold on to it, go side to side with 5 seconds. 4, and that's how the second period comes to an end. Nobody scores. We haven't had a goal in 39 minutes, 11 seconds. But we've had a lot of really good hockey still because this has been back and forth all night.
Yeah, that period was a lot slower than the first. There was a little bit more buildup, but man, Minot State was just pressuring so much. But Elliot Girth, again, making pad save after pad save. So for Minot State, you want to get that first goal in the third period. You got to move the keeper around a little bit more. You got to get Girth to make that save with the glove, maybe make some save with the blocker. He's making so many pad saves because a lot of the chances have been low. Whereas for Illinois, have an opportunity to maybe get Minot State to have an empty net. Maybe 2 minutes and a half left in the game. For Illinois defensively, you just got to hold on and make sure Elliot Girth continues to be standing on his head in this game.
That's the play right now. Illinois has the goal. Can they stop Minot State for 20 more minutes? We have the second period. Illini Hockey Intermission Report coming up. We'll be right back. Illini Hockey on YouTube.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. We go boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now, baby, get my booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. Now, big bang boogie, get that kitty little noogie in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word of my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fireball. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I don't care what y'all say. Cause as the world turns, y'all boys gon' learn that this shit go right here don't play. That boy's from the bottom of the map, MIA USA.
this way. I was born in a frame. Mama said that every word was my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fireball.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second period intermission report brought to you by YouTube alongside Patrick Catazone and Sophia Morano. I'm Claire O'Brien. So, Patrick and Sophia, what did you guys see in the second period that was different from the first period?
Well, I think there's a little bit more defensive struggles in this period. Obviously, the puck, I think, for Minot State was in the Illini zone for them for a good portion of this period. Some struggles, I think, getting on and off the ice defensively. It seemed like they switched up their lines. Their lines got switched up because of that, and that had a little bit of an effect. I feel like in the line at one point it was Opilka. Oh no, it was Turek and Nolan on at the same time, and it's a good line. Like, it's a good line, but it's just better when you have two guys together who know each other and have played on the ice defensively together. So, you know, that happened in this period. Offensively, just nothing felt like it was going. There was a couple chances to get redirections in front of the net, but those weren't going in. Other than that, it was just kind of one of those periods where the Illini spent a good portion of the period in their zone.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with that. I think usually in these games, the second period is kind of where we start to see the Illini struggle a little bit. You know, last period was really good because they got that early goal from Thomas Kolaz, which really did a good job, like, setting the tone for the game. But just kind of like how we've seen in other games too, this period is really where the Illini are kind of having a struggle keeping up with Minot. Seeing a lot, yeah, like Patrick just said, seeing a lot of struggles defensively, seeing the offense kind of get caught up in the physical game and not being able to keep up, which was not great for this period.
Yeah, and kind of going off that, Kolaz has 8 points in the last 7 games. And also, Patrick mentioned in the last intermission report that Kolaz was the player that was most likely to score. So, who do you think will score for the Illini in the third period?
Who do I think? I don't know if anyone will score the way they have been playing offensively, but if I had to choose a player, you know, Forfar, I felt like made a couple mistakes in the second period. He gave up the puck in the defensive zone, and then the Illini had to try and figure out basically how to clear that puck because that line had been on for a while. And they happened I felt like twice for Forfar, but honestly, look for him. He's back tonight. Back home, I expect him to really step it up in this third period, so I'm going to go with Forfar.
Yeah, he's definitely a very strong player for the Illini, a very strong asset, and it's really good to see him back, especially against kind of a stronger team like this where you're not going to get a blowout score right away. I would say I'm definitely hoping for an Illinois score next period. I don't know how likely that is. I think it's probably more likely we might see Minot State getting in there. But I think Luke Forfar is definitely a good bet. Maybe seeing Thomas Kolaz again. We'll see.
Yeah, and then kind of going back to the second period, with about 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, Minot State had a straight shot to the goal, and Girth stopped it. So how do you think Girth's play has been in the second period?
Good. Honestly, he's been playing really well. I think we're really fortunate to have him for the second part of the season. You know, not too much that I felt like we could add from that first period in terms of his play. You know, he's been solid all day long, and I think he's really trying to prove himself as a guy who deserves to be on this team, so I love seeing him.
He's got some great saves going for him in this game, and I just gotta say, you know, we're just seeing the beginning of Elliot Girth and his time with Illinois. I think if he's already starting out this strong, he's only going to get stronger, especially getting time against really good teams like this, building up against teams like Lindenwood and Minot State. And I think he still has a good way to go, and I'm excited to see what we see from him for the rest of the season.
And then, what do you guys think the Illini are going to do defensively in the third period to hang on to their lead right now?
Well, I think the improvement that needs to be made right away is just making sure those line shifts are going correctly. That's an easy fix, I think, mostly when you get off right off the bat off a start of a period. Excuse me, start of a period. It's easy to get those lines correct and get guys on and off the ice. So I think obviously that's going to help a lot. It seemed like there was a little bit of a panic mode a couple times, and you know, that was some players. You know, like I mentioned the 4-4, but it's also other guys as well, who had been kind of making mistakes where they weren't getting the puck to a guy in open space where they could clear or make a run to the other blue line. So kind of have to clean those plays up, and that's not too difficult. So I imagine we'll see that kind of difference in this third period.
Definitely a lot of going back to the first period, kind of trying to play how we were there. I think seeing a lot of defense really getting in there, because that's really a lot of how you beat a team like this, and where you start to get the upper hand against a team like this. It's very strong offensively, is with your defense and being able to protect the goal. So I'm hoping we're going to see some stepping up from the defense next period.
Well, Illinois and Minot State are actually pretty evenly ranked. Illinois is ranked 12th in the ACHA rankings, and Minot State is ranked 11th. So do you think it's kind of going back and forth since the teams are so evenly matched?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, we came into this game expecting a little bit more from Minot State, so kudos to the Illini for really showing up well in this game. This is one of, you know, anytime a team comes to the Big Pond for the first time this year, it's obviously a hard adjustment, so I think right off that bat, that goal helped a lot in that first period, and then they, you know, Minot State, you know, adjusted a little bit to play against the Illini here at the Big Pond. So, yeah, I think they're evenly matched, but I certainly think that the Illini are getting a little bit of help from being on home ice.
Especially a team, I think, like Minot State, you know, coming from a smaller school, coming into a school with, you know, we call it the Big Pond here because it's such a big ice arena, and kind of getting adjusted to that and seeing different environment, you know. I do think the teams are pretty evenly matched. I think it's really helped Illinois, though, with their past schedule and all of the teams that they faced and all of the different decisions that Nick Fabrini has made in getting different players more ice time and really building up the team as a whole, working on team communication and everything like that. I think has really helped Illinois be able to fight more and be able to really hold their own in this game and still have a lead right now going into the third period.
Are there any additional thoughts that you think will come up in the third period, guys?
Yeah, watch out for the late push from Minot State when it comes down to the stretch. If it's it stays at 1-0 or even stretches to 1-1, I think they make a big push towards the end that the Illini have to be careful with. So if you're the Illini, let's score some insurance runs.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a Minot goal coming in here. Hoping for another Illinois goal, but I think it probably might be more likely that Minot's coming in here. I think overall we might be looking at an Illinois win, hopefully, but we'll see.
Well, that's all we have time for on the intermission report tonight. Alongside Patrick Catazon and Sophia Morano, I'm Claire O'Brien. Ori and Steven will have the call for the third period shortly.
And I'm sipping bourbon, the future's uncertain, the plus on the pavement below me. Maybe I'll elevate, maybe I'm second rate, so unaware of my status. Maybe I'm overjoyed, maybe I'm paranoid, designing me up in straight jackets. My telltale heart's a hammer in my chest. Cut me a silk-tied tourniquet. This is my roaring 20s. I don't in and out me, roll me like a blunt 'cause I wanna go home. Roll me like a blunt 'cause I wanna go home. My roaring 20s. I don't in and out me, roll me like a blunt 'cause I wanna go home. Roll me like a blunt 'cause I wanna go home. Hallucinations only mean that your brain is on fire. If it's Lord of the Flies in my mind tonight, I don't know if I will survive. Light us up if you're feeling me. Fade to black if you're not mine. 'Cause I just need a sign or a signal inside. This is my roaring 20s. I don't even know me. Roll me a blunt 'cause I wanna go home. Roll me a blunt. This is my roaring 20s. I don't even know me. Roll me like a blunt 'cause I wanna go home. Roll me like a blunt 'cause I wanna go
Coming in unannounced, try my nails on the tile. I just follow your sin, you can just follow my smile. All of your flaws are aligned with this mood of mine. Cutting me to the bone, nothing left to leave behind. You ought to keep it concealed, just like I was a weapon. I didn't come for a fight, but I will fight till the end. And this one might be a battle, might not turn out okay. You know you look so Seattle, but you feel so LA. It's irresistible.
I'm gonna get you to burst, just like you were a bubble.
Frame me up on your wall just to keep me out of trouble.
Like I'm not getting trapped in the light by fixation.
Truly feel love, baby, I'm talking no inflation. Too many war wounds and not enough wars. Too few rounds in the ring and not enough settled scores.
Too many sharks, not enough blood in the waves.
You know I give my love a fuck for that and that. It's irresistible.
And hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois for this third period of Friday night hockey here at the Big Pond. It's Illinois and Minot State, the number 11 and 12 teams in the country. And right now it's number 12 on top of number 11 alongside Ori Bantar. I'm Stephen Cohn. It was a great 40 minutes of hockey so far, but I'm excited for the final 20 because Minot State really controlled that second period, and now the Illini have to find a way to respond.
Yeah, now Minot State out shooting Illinois 25-19 shots on goal between the two. Beavers with that 6-shot on goal advantage, or SOG if we are just saying acronyms.
No one's saying that. No one's ever saying SOG. I didn't say SOG. I said GWG.
GWG, fine. SOGs, we'll call them. 6 more SOGs than Illinois. Partly because of that second period. Minot State got a lot of chances, but right now, I would say on his way to getting the best player of the game, Elliot Girth.
And hey, so we have a suggestion on the YouTube comments to show the Zamboni during intermissions. So if you want to see in the future, especially tomorrow, if you want to see the Zamboni kind of clear the ice, let us know in the comments, and we will get rid of our coming up next graphic for tomorrow's game. We'll show the Zamboni.
I'm on team show the Zamboni. I just think it's so satisfying watching them drive around, clean up that ice. You can't see my hand movements right now, but I'm mimicking a Zamboni.
No, that was a weird hand. I didn't like that at all. That was uncomfortable.
Why? I just look like I'm waving, like sideways.
I get it. No, it's cool. It's fine. Well, Illinois, they were going right to left in the first period. That's when they scored 49 seconds into it. It was Thomas Colas, the only goal so far in this game. And they'll be going right to left here again in gray in the third. Minot State in red, white, and black. Going left to right. Illinois going right to left. That's the right time that time. Going down as a man in front. That was Luke Forfar.
First shot there from Navrod. And this is where we're going to see, Minot State's stamina kicking in. We're into that third period. They've played 40 minutes of hockey, 20 more left to go. And it's really important that Minot State keeps up the high energy if they stay down a goal.
It looks like Illinois is the team with the energy early on here in the third guy. That same team that was there the first period, especially early on there. 40 seconds in, so 9 more seconds to match to the Thomas Colas goal marker. And they won't get it because it's Lipinski going on the right side, down low to the end boards. Going back to the left, circle out to the left point, the pass. Over to the right side, Gatos. He's been neutralized all game. Pass in front, shot wide.
Yeah, now you're seeing both benches get into it. Minot State's bench all up on their feet. They did that in the second period. Illinois' bench now all also up on their feet. Both teams have all their players, coaches in this game right now. Illinois wants to break this losing streak badly, while Minot State wants to avoid their first loss in almost 3 months.
Here we go, Thomas Colas again from the right side. Shot meets the glass, and a lot of people on Team Zamboni, so we'll show the Zamboni tomorrow.
See?
Hope you like it. It's nice. John Mosklik, net is dislodged, I believe, unless don't think that's going to be a penalty. 18:34 left to go here in the third, 1-0 Illinois.
I started a hashtag. Thank you to Dan and Sienna commenting hashtag Team Zamboni. I love it. Spread it around.
Zamboni. Not a team I've ever been on, but hey.
That's a great team. Everyone should be on Team Zamboni.
We'll make shirts to have that too. Joe Nolan tipped in front, toe all the way to efforts, and behind net, Minot State has it. Under 18:30 left to go in the game.
I thought that was going to fall to Drew Richter, and he would have had a chance to kind of slap it in midair and get a shot off. But right now, Illinois, good speed right now in this third period, but both teams have not been able to get really good accurate passes or accurate shots early on.
Yeah, if you're Illinois, it's way too early to think about, hey, just try to stop Minot State from scoring again. You're still trying to put the pedal to the metal, even though you haven't scored in about 40 minutes. Oh, and in front, saved by Girth.
Almost, puck was just sitting there. Looked like it could have just been.
Homer gains his zone shot on. Glove saved by Efforts.
Got hit after the shot by Killian.
Yeah, that'd be like that like late hit kind of thing, but not going to be called there. 17:54, each team goes for a change.
Yeah, and I agree with you with the pedal to the metal. I'm not one of those guys that believes just park the bus, let the team just absorb all that pressure, just allow them to shoot with that lead, especially when you're up 1-0. Get that pad. Get that clutch goal. Make this a 2-goal advantage. If you're Illinois, that's what you need, because that's the best way you're going to be comfortable in this game. And right now, Illinois has not felt comfortable all game long because they've only been up 1-0 for the last 40 minutes or so.
Ahead into neutral ice go the Beavers. Gain the zone down the left side. Number 17, Alex Bechtold. He goes into the boards and Novosel throws a hit. Bechtold goes down behind his own net, behind the Illini's net.
Bodies are flailing right now early on.
Yeah, we've had the two. We haven't had any power plays or PKs yet today. We've had two coincidental minors. and that has been it. So it's been a physical game, but it's been a clean game.
Yeah, 2 penalties for each team, 2 4-on-4s. Neither team was able to get really good chances on those 4-on-4s. We haven't had slow build-up hockey on the offense.
Davis Sheldon, the shot at the goal! 1-1, Minot State.
Oh, they needed that one. That's the goal that Minot State was getting. Girth still cannot get that shutout in his 9th appearance this season. Great shot there from Sheldon. Open wrister, just shooting it away, and that time he shot it middle of the net, shooting it to the far post. He didn't shoot it low, something Girth has been expecting and been seeing all game long. Mid shot there from Sheldon. Minot State's back in it early.
Davis Sheldon, his 7th goal of the season, his 15th point. And they finally got one of those to go. They had the 25 shots over the first 2 periods. They've had a few here in the third. And it was probably like shot 27, I think, that went in. So it's a 1-1 game. Hey, Illinois needed to score again. Scoring in the first 49 seconds is great, but if that's the only time we're going to score all game, you're probably not going to win.
No, and now I think the philosophy of both these teams is going to stay the same.
Bobby Ernst did the best. Luke Forfar tries to tip it ahead, and it goes just past the net. It's dislodged. That's a quick response by the Illini.
And Ernsting getting pushed around there by Dylan Johnson, who towers over Bobby Ernsting. Philosophy from the 2 coaches is not going to change here. These teams have played basically the same throughout this game. Fast-paced, quick hockey, getting rushes, trying to get odd man rushes as well, looking for quick opportunities. But Minot State right there, the reason they got that goal, they're shooting it in a place that Girth has not been used to, caught him off guard, had a wide-open wrist shot, something they haven't seen too often. And we could be in for a winner late. I don't expect the team to go 2 goals up in this period.
No, I think it's going to be a 2-1 final at this point.
Yeah, it's a winner in the third or an overtime winner, or it's a 2-1 final through a shootout. That's just the way this game has kind of been happening. But you know what? Crazier things have happened in hockey.
Well, Illinois is a good home team, 10-5-1 this year, usually better than that even. Bobby Ernsting going through the high slot, has a man on his back, number 61, Shane Sejchuk. It's been his defense tonight more so than his offense, which is what you would have expected from Sejchuk to be his defining trait.
Yeah, not a bad giveaway by the Beavers, but Forfar needed to come in to support quicker for Bobby Ernsting.
Intercepted, a chance for the Beavers. Going through, and a good save by Girth.
Girth was on his feet there. He wasn't crouching, just hit him right on the pad.
Shot on from Ribba, back to the corner of the rebound. 16 minutes left to go in the third, 1-1.
That woke up efforts a little bit there. Ribba just trying to shoot it from the neutral zone.
Yeah, at least just try to pressure and make it seem a little tough as Girth has to get his glove on that one to tip it up in there. Yeah, Elliot Girth maybe a little frazzled now, but still a confident goaltender.
No, he's played with confidence all night. That goal is not going to shake him up.
Navrat, the best of Metcalf. Metcalf gets past his man. The shot, pad save from Girth. Intercepted, it hits Navrat again. Navrat looks like he was shaken up after that one.
Right now, Minot State's players are playing catch almost. Illinois trying to clear it out of the defensive zone, but the Minot State forwards are getting their hands up, getting the puck, hitting it off their bodies, not being afraid of it to keep possession. It's been the story so far in the first almost 5 minutes of this third period.
Goes to Navrat up top. Over to Metcalf, taken away by Colas, has the 1 goal for Illinois. It was his 11th of the season, tied for second most on the team before they're behind the guy with 13, Casper Ribba. Jack Graham uses the boards for that pass. Neutral ice, and Minot State comes away with it again. Illinois can't clear it at all. We'll just dump it down, Jack Healy.
There's been a couple giveaways, but right now Illinois is a little bit disconnected right now on offense. There's been a couple errant passes, not enough support coming from behind when they get a rush in there. So far, I mean, Illinois, they've got that goal, but since then, they have not been the better team in this game. They were for the first 9 minutes, but right now, if any team is on pace to win, it's Minot State.
Yeah, it's kind of that gift goal. It's like you started the game with that 1-0 lead, and since then, you've trailed 1-0. Illinois got to find a way. They've been outshot.
But still, no small feat to hold Minot State scoreless for over 40 minutes.
Oh, no, and you knew that you weren't going to make goals against efforts, so to get that one off the bat is great. Then you got to find a way to get that second, which is what Illinois is trying to do. Gain the zone to Richter, going down the middle, up center, Richter's shot on, and up all the way into there. Couldn't get to the netting, so no offensive zone draw for the Illini.
Somehow stayed in.
Yeah, no, I thought that was going to go out. That would have been a break for Illinois.
That was just flying.
Dropped off for Carter. Carter, goal line. Goal line pass, knocked away. And Richter will take it up.
Candati getting the block on that one.
Richter skates past one, going to the right circle, loses handle of the puck, and pressured by number 8, Reese Foreman. 14 minutes left in regulation here. It's 1-1 at the Big Pond in Champaign. Mark Candati tried to throw a hit.
That was almost a great pass to Rowrick as it was kind of bounced off the boards there, a little too heavy, but if that pass was just a little bit lighter, that would have been a breakaway, almost a one-on-one for Rowrick.
Homer and drop for Forfar. Forfar trying to deke past the man. Back to Homer and pressure against the boards. At the end boards. Yeah, you'd love to see that line. They just get one pass maybe and try to set up a shot. They do there, going for that low slot redirect. The shot from Mike Turek, the senior from Woodbridge. It's off to Wowrick. Wowrick ahead. Opilka takes it away. Back and forth now. We're back to that first period kind of play.
Yeah, back and forth. Illinois was trying some slower buildup, but Opilka getting that shot saved by the glove of efforts. A little bit more back and forth. Illinois starting to bring it back a little bit, but there's still a little bit of that disconnect. The puck control is wearing just a tad. They need a little bit more. The passes need to be a little bit more on point from the Illini. And once again, it's going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Illini.
That's Ori Benatar. I'm Stephen Cohn. It's been quite the game so far. 1-1 with Minot State's goal coming from the stick of Davis Sheldon here in this third period.
Yeah, the goaltending has been great in this game. That's the story. But the amount of chances and how fast-paced it's been, 1-1 is a surprising scoreline.
Ernsting, backhanded pass to Opilka. Opilka drops it down, intercepted. Minot State is so aggressive right now, getting to every loose puck.
They're both been aggressive. I mean, Illinois was aggressive in that first period, trapping guys in the corner. Minot State's replied with that. But both teams have been aggressive. I mean, the only two penalties, but the two penalties for each team in this game have come through altercations.
I'd rather see a clean game with like those few kinds of penalties than a bunch of power plays. It at least shows who's the better team and even strength.
Yeah, and if we get a power play here, that is going to be a huge momentum swing.
That might be the difference in this game. If any team picks up a penalty, we haven't had any yet. Swedlow going down the pass, the goal! This one, Shane Seshuk, his 11th goal of the year. It's 2-1 Minot State.
And that's his 8th in the last 7 games. An easy 2-on-1 for Minot State. And just like that, they get 2 unanswered within the first 7.5 minutes of this third period.
And Forfar taken off of the ice, so he's been dealing with a multitude of lower body stuff the past about month and a half now. And he's the right winger on that Illini top line, one of the alternate captains of this team. They need him on the ice. It's been noticeable his absence early on, and that's not the case.
And it's not like Illinois just sat on their goal that came early on. They've been going for it with their chances.
Thomas Golas off the post, so close.
Oh my goodness, that almost was that equalizer. What a shot from Thomas Kolas.
Yeah, no, that's how easy it can be. The Illini, even without Forfar, so many scorers to get that second goal. So many playmakers.
Yeah, but Minot State has so many playmakers as well. That was a great 2-on-1. Easy peasy.
At the Moscow, 12 minutes left to regulation. Moscow gets thrown a stick around as well. So this game's only going to get more physical and more rough from here.
And just like that, we were talking at the beginning of this third period, if Illinois could maintain that 1-0 lead, you know, they're getting that chance to score a second, maybe with an empty net. But now they've got to score it now.
A chance. Drew Richter. Richter couldn't get a handle on that one. 11:40 left to go in the third period. And Quinn is just battling everyone right now, which is kind of what you expect from Stephen Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, you need that. You need someone from the Illini to just kind of to pick these guys back up after what's been a tough first half of this third period here, giving up those 2 goals, and just like that, now Illinois is on the back seat.
Opilka throws down his man. That was Metcalf. Opilka in the corner has the puck on his stick. Tried to do a backhanded pass to Homer and stays in the Minot State zone. Opilka again pressures, and now it's behind far side. Joe Nolan going after it. So that's been a line defensive pairing change right now. We'll see. I don't think that's going to last. Can't have Opilka and Nolan out there together forever.
Oh, nice.
Homer gets past one man. The pass. It's going to stay in there on his own Charlie Salk. Salk shoots it on. Knocked away.
It's an excellent turn from Homer and still alive.
Salk, and that was a loose puck. 10:45 left to go, near side corner. This is an exciting third period. This is what you expected.
This is what we expected. I mean, I don't think we expected a ton of goals in this game. for Illinois, I mean, Minot State hasn't scored 2 goals in a game since they beat Jamestown in their first of 2. They've been putting up 3, 4, 5 consistently. But for Illinois, it's going to be a tough task to get that second goal on effort, someone who only gives up about 1 or 0 goals a game.
Yeah, a lot of shutouts this year from him. 1.13 goals allowed against. And a save percentage of about 95. So the Illini need to get more shots on net to get one past efforts likely. And we're about halfway through the third period now. You're watching Illini hockey on YouTube. 2-1 Minot State. 2 goals here in this third period. The Illini's won in 49 seconds into the game off the stick of Thomas Kolas.
And I think this is the perfect time to bring up the original point we brought up in this game. We're 50 minutes in. Minot State, in my opinion, has had the more stamina. They have gotten used to this big rink. Illinois is starting to look a little bit tired right now. They're going to need a big energy boost. Probably get a power play. That's the best way they can get momentum swing.
Well, Luke Forfar has not returned to the bench yet, so we'll see if he comes back in tonight's game. It's taken away Charlie Salk. Salk, the junior, off to Jack Graham. Graham throws it all the way down. And stays in the Illini zone. Minot State attempting to clear. Owens to neutral ice. Taking fast. That's Lipinski. Tyler Lipinski takes a hit from Jack Graham in front.
Nicely met by Jack Graham.
How about this? Tyler Lipinski the pass. It's on the stick. Here we go. Thomas Kolas the pass to Ernsting. Ernsting. Oh, he was looking again for Kolas.
Oh, I think Ernsting should have taken the shot there. Playing a little unselfish. He's known for his
diving
assists.
for it. Casper Ribba.
Lipinski was just flying on that last chance, and then a 2-on-1 opportunity. Ernsting, I think, should have been a little bit closer to the net. I think he should have taken the shot.
A chance. Here we go. Casper Ribba again. He had it in front. It was knocked away.
Oh, man.
I didn't know I could jump that high.
I didn't know you could either. Steven just jumped out of the treehouse here. We call it the treehouse. We're basically standing on a wooden plank.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that again.
I thought it was going to fall off.
Yeah, this thing was going to break. Oh, and intercepted the pass. Bobby Ernsting couldn't hang on to it, though. A chance, and we'll have a penalty there. That's going to be the first penalty for either team in this game. Oh. It's on Casper Ribba. So with 8:25 left, the Illini go to the PK for 2 minutes. And that's devastating because the Illini have to hold up now, but they also lose 2 minutes of chances to score, really, against Braden efforts.
That's the worst thing that could have happened to Illinois. Casper Ribba going to the box now. You have a 2-on-1 chance, you don't capitalize on it, and then you have the first PK of the game, and it comes with 8:25 left. So 2 minutes of penalty kill. Illinois is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive on this PK. It's just too late now to push it to just a clearance PK because you won't be at full strength, and there'll be just 6.5 minutes left in the game when you're back to 5 men.
Well, the Illini do a few short-handed goals this year. They're no strangers to that. They got 2 from Stephen Quinn. Those were in the same period, and 1 from Thomas Kolas, and also 1 from Forfar, who's not on the ice right now. So Casper Ribba, he doesn't take that many penalties. Kind of down on the team on that. But he took 1 there, and that's important. That was only his 15th and 16th penalty minutes of the season. It couldn't come at a worse time.
Whiff.
Bobby Ernsting takes it away. Ernsting, near side half boards. Can the Illini set up anything on offense on the PK? 7:40 left to go in the third period. The Illini trail by 1. Left point, to the point, Killian. Over to Metcalf, back to Killian at the right. Killian and Metcalf. They're thinking about their shot. They want the shot.
They want to end this game. That's what they want to do. A third goal might do it here.
Gillian, though, why not? They're in that umbrella right now. A 2-1-2. Near side, pressuring Ernsting. Knocked away. Ernsting has it. He's going to dump it all the way down against the boards. They want to go for a change. 45 seconds left on the PK for Illinois.
Yeah, Minot State just killed a lot of clock there, just passing it around. But honestly, that's not too bad. With the lead, with this much time left in this game, just killing some clock is good for Minot State. Don't necessarily have to get a good shot off.
Swidlow, the pass. Over to Seshchuk. Had the second goal, the go-ahead goal right now. The GWG if it stands.
Love bringing back that GWG.
Swidlow. Goal line pass. Back to the goal line. It's 15 seconds left on the power play for the Beavers. That's Longy. Longy at the point. Pass over. Swedlow. 5 seconds left on the PK for Illinois. It looks like they're going to survive it. They lost 2 minutes, but they're going to survive the PK. So that's 1 meshing down. Now you got to get that game-tying goal.
But still, that was a good power play from Minot State. They might have not scored on it, but they kept the puck for the majority. They didn't allow Illinois any shorthanded chances, and right now they're just wasting time. This is exactly what they need to do. This is great passing, and Illinois defensively needs to attack more. Get some poke checks, get a body though.
Thomas Colas, he's going to take a few guys on himself. He gains his own going down the right side. Colas shot on, deflected. They want to go for a change.
Yeah, that was the best chance Colas was going to have. Guys are trailing behind. Richter trying to do a cross ice to Nolan.
Yeah, Richter's going to be the first to get to this one, and it will be icing. So here you go, 5:50 left. The Illini with an offensive zone draw, a chance to set up on offense. This is kind of the moment that Illinois needs to start to get back into it.
Yeah, this is the moment. I mean, they've had many moments in this game where they've needed to get back into it. This one is really important. They're strong on faceoffs. They're in their offensive zone. They have not been able to set up on offense throughout most of the second and third period now. Since that first goal, offensively, it's just been kind of quiet.
And there you go. Someone's going to call a timeout. I want to say it might have been Minot State. Well, Minot State calls time. Minot State feels, I don't know if that's feeling the pressure, but they want to make sure that they know this is the chance for Illinois to set up something on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at it, look at this timeout in a couple of ways. One, if you look at maybe why did he call a timeout, kills a little bit of Minot State's momentum. They kind of have that, but a couple of reasons. Get a deep breath. Figure out what kind of offensive set they're going to have. Set your defense up for.
That was a very quick timeout. They only used like 15 seconds of that.
I don't think it should have been a long timeout. You don't want to kill too much of Minot State's momentum. They've had it throughout the second and the third period. I think it's just a breather timeout, and also make sure your defense is set up in case you lose this faceoff, which is something Minot State has not been able to achieve too much in this game, winning faceoffs.
Illinois using all of its time right now on this timeout. Minot State set up and ready to go. As
we'll see what Trick Fabrini has up his sleeve here.
Trick Fabrini, is that his new name?
Trick
nickname?
Fabrini, yeah.
Oh, head coach Trick Fabrini.
I didn't even think of that when I said it.
No, I like it. Rolls off the tongue. Jack Healy, Blake Fournier.
Gotta win.
The draw.
Gotta win this face-off here.
Jack Healy, not tossed from the draw, just gonna circle back in there. 5:50 left to go. The Illini on the offensive zone face-off. Won by the Illini. Hit back to Joe Nolan. Nolan. Pass along the boards. First to get to it, Jack Graham throws a hit. And the Illini can't really capitalize on that. They'll stay in their zone. A chance for the Beavers. It's to accept. Pass off. John Moskowitz shot on, deflected.
Almost a chance for Illinois to set something up. That's a big hit on Richter.
Oh, and then a late hit from Jack Healy.
Oh, we're going to get more.
And then John Moskowitz now right in front of the Illini's bench, throwing a man into Illinois' bench. So we'll see if this is called for another potential coincidental minor, which that'd be okay.
Oh, geez. Now we got guys throwing punches to.
Yeah, now you got guys on the bench, and I can't see.
And now he's down.
Yeah. Oh, and there we go.
Looks like Alex Bechtold there. He wanted to take on the entire Illinois team.
Yeah, that's where the harassing Illini, the fans here at the Big Pond, are starting to like it. We'll see. Yeah, he's going to be ejected from, or that might be a 5-minute major, but not also for fighting typically. It's ejection from the game, and sometimes ejected the following day. So Bechtold, if it's a 5-minute major, Illinois is going to have a 5-on-4 where they can score as many goals as they want, 4 or 5 minutes. And that's what I assume would be the call right now. And then we'll see who goes to the bench in place of Bechtold into the penalty box.
Yeah, you got to keep your head in that situation. It's late. Your team is winning. You can't afford to have a 5-minute major if that's going to be the call. We'll see what the officials decide.
Well, they'll send Paul Prigos to the box, so we might have a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, then a 5-on-4 for 3 minutes after that.
Yeah, I mean, it just all happens at once. You know, we had no penalties. First 2 periods we had penalties, but they were coincidental ones. We didn't have any power plays. Third period, we get a power play. We get our third scuffle, leading to a potential ejection or a 5-minute major. We got another penalty on Illinois.
So we have right now on the scoreboard to update you. We have a 2-minute minor for Paul Prigos. And I didn't see, no one for the Illini was taken off the ice, so no one's ejected for Illinois. So you got Paul Prigos in the box for 2, likely for fighting. And then for Minot State, they're still deciding what this call is going to be. No one is in the box yet for the Beavers. And you got Elliot Girth on the right side doing some stretching down in the butterfly because he hasn't had to face many shots the past, 6-7 minutes of real time, so keep him loose.
But those 2 shots that he conceded, they were both towards the side of the net. That's been the difference here in this game. Minot State was just able to shoot different areas.
For Minot State, we have Grayson Neufeld go into the box. We'll see how long that is. That's not for Grace Neufeld, though. That's going to be in place of Alex Bechtold, and that's 5 minutes. So 5-man major. So Illinois is after 2 minutes. You got to survive the 2 minutes of 4-on-4, maybe score a goal, but then you got 3 minutes of 5-on-4, and that's going to take you to about 20 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
That'll take you about the final whistle.
I mean, this is a gift for Illinois to have about 3 minutes of power play hockey late.
Essentially, Minot State's not going to have 5 guys or even strength again until potentially overtime.
Potentially overtime, or basically for the last maybe, I don't know, 20-some seconds.
Where they go. 5 minutes left on the clock. Shot on, meets the glass. Elliot Girth has to stand tall now. No choice other than that. Stephen Quinn takes it. And neutral ice. Goes past the man. Passed off to Drew Richter. Richter toward the right circle. Richter shot on and deflected. What'd you hear in that call? What were
I wasn't sure what we heard. I mean, we had another shot there.
Into the netting. Well, good time than ever to reset everything. Hi, you're watching Illini Hockey presented by YouTube, a Friday night edition between Illinois and Minot State. Alongside Ori Bentar, I'm Stephen Go. Make sure now you want to follow us on Twitter at Illini Hockey or Minot State Hockey. They're at Minot State. That's cool. Or like us on Facebook, Illini Hockey, for all the latest updates. We'll be back here 7 p.m. tomorrow for the finale of this 2-game set.
We want to talk about an oddity in this game. Rarely do you see penalties result in guys fighting on the bench, especially here. Maybe in the NHL, maybe in the minors, but not at the big pond. You do not see fights break out between guys on the ice and people on the bench.
Trying to go past. That was Seshchuk, had the go-ahead goal right now. 40 seconds left of the 4-on-4. Then the Illini will have about they'll have 3 minutes of 5-on-4 with the man advantage. They'll take them down to 20 seconds left in regulation. Chance Homer. Yeah, I think at this point just survive the 30 seconds and get the man advantage.
And then you have to make the decision when you want to take Girth out of the net and potentially get a 6-on-4.
Yeah, that's that'll probably be with a minute left, but you're going to have the man advantage already, so just take advantage of it in that case. As that pass into neutral ice for Illinois. Cross ice pass to Joe Nolan. Illinois goes for a change. 3:40 left to go, 10 seconds left to 4-on-4. Joe Nolan, shot! So close, almost into netting, but right in front, and that was Casper Ribba with a chance. It was just tipped.
Ribba was there. He was waiting for it. A huge opportunity.
The Illini with the man advantage. Bobby Ernstine, the shot on from the right point. Taken back by Ernstine. And then neutral ice. The Illini have to reset. 3:15 left to go.
You jumped again, by the way.
I know.
No, that was, Ribba was just sitting there on that far post.
Yeah.
He had all day to get to try and equalize it.
A screen set, essentially. Bobby Ernstine trying to use a skate to stop that puck. Turns back now toward the end line. Toward the end boards, trying to slap at it.
It's like a volleyball slap with the stick.
Casper Ribba. Back to Tyler Opilka to Ribba. 2:50 left. 2:25 left to the man advantage. To Opilka. Opilka trying to deke past the man 10 feet away from him. Looking for Ribba.
Set yourself up for a shot here, but don't waste too much time.
Almost. Shot deflected. Bobby Ernstine has it. 2 minutes left on the 5-on-4. 2.5 left in the game. Ernstine, the slap shotgun, it's a goal, Casper Ribba, and it's 2-2.
There's that one time from Casper Ribba. Illinois had that advantage. I think that major penalty is going to cost them big time for Minot State. That's what you needed from your top scorer.
And then when I remain with the 5-on-4, the major penalty score as many goals as you want for 5 minutes. So the Illini still have 2 minutes of a man advantage, and next goal, that would probably win the game.
Talk about a swing. Minot State getting the lead in that third period. Get a 5-minute major. Ribba ties it. They took their time setting up offensively. Opilka getting another assist. I think it's his 16th of the season. And there is Ribba's 14th goal leading the team. And it's 2-2 in what has been a very enigmatic, great third period.
I was told back in September that Casper Ribba might score 20 goals as a freshman. He is 14 and a month and a half left. He might get the 20 still. 2:15 left to go. 1:50 left to the man advantage for Illinois. The 5-man major for Bechtold coming back to haunt them right now. Joe Nolan over to Colas. Illini looking to go ahead. The shot, Drew Richter off the post. Back to Colas. To Joe Nolan. Nolan.
The bar!
It was off the post. Oh, the doink.
Oh, it was off the crossbar from Joe Nolan. Oh, my goodness. Almost taking the lead, but Illinois is taking advantage of this major.
Drew Richter in the right circle, circles back. Looks for Joe Nolan. Nolan, 100 seconds left in regulation, 70 seconds left on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, who knew having a 5-minute major would lead to your best offensive swing? Kind of obvious, but that's been the case
sarcasm?
here.
That was really
no,
bad.
that's real. I mean, that's what Illinois needed. For Minot State, that's huge. You got to keep your composure. Don't allow Illinois to have 5 minutes of man advantage.
Stephen Quinn, shot deflected. That's the first time in about
first
this
clearance
entire
in 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's their first change in a long time. 45 seconds left of the power play. 1:10 left in regulation. This is getting good if you're an Illini fan.
Yeah, and to think with 8 minutes left, Minot State getting their first power play, we were pretty much set. We thought Minot State had this one, but now we're a minute away from overtime.
30 seconds left, 58 seconds left in regulation. Tyler Opilka up top at the point. He's looking, surveying the Gasparilla. Oh, the shot deflected. It was John Moskwa.
Oh, I think he said it's a save by efforts.
Opilka, goal line past Ernsting. Ernsting, the captain. Shot, another, and another goal!
Oh my goodness!
Gasparilla! And it's 3-2.
Unbelievable! 2 goals on the major penalty. The Big Pond has gone crazy tonight. 2 for Ribba. He's got 15 this season. And Illinois from 2-1 down to 3-2 up with 41.9. And they are on their way maybe to breaking this losing streak.
Oh, Gasparilla!
Illinois had their third period collapse. Minot State hasn't. And this has been one of the best third periods of hockey here in Champaign this season. 42 seconds left of this. And now Minot State have given up 3 goals in this game.
Ever since Minot State used its timeout, it's been all Illinois. That was the problem.
Yeah, that was it. That might have been it.
That was the worst thing Minot State could have done, was call a timeout.
And Minot State hasn't given up 3 goals in any of their last 8 games, probably more. You don't give up. Efforts doesn't give up 3 goals, but 2 from Ribba.
Here we go. Illinois almost about ready to end its losing streak. Minot State hasn't lost since October 27th. Stephen Quinn, 2 seconds over, back to 5-on-5 for 25 seconds.
They're gonna have to pull the goalie out right about now. 23 seconds.
They gain the zone. Swedlow over. There goes Efforts. 6-on-5. 18 seconds left. A shot in front. Oh, and one more chance. 10 seconds left in regulation. Minot State at the goal line. Shot on. It's wide. 8 seconds left now. Minot State in neutral ice. And there you go. There you have it. 2 Gasparilla goals in the 5-minute major with 5 minutes left. And Illinois upsets Minot State and pulls off the W.
Unbelievable third period. The timeout and the major penalty costing Minot State. Illinois with 5 minutes. 5 minutes with 5:27 left. They had a man advantage and Gasparilla scoring twice. Unbelievable result here for Illinois, breaking their losing streak, getting the win at home, and for Minot State, it's their first loss since October 27th as Illinois get the upset here.
Best game I've announced here at Illinois.
Agreed.
Let's do it. 3 stars of the game. Who you got? I think number 1's pretty obvious.
Now it's obvious. At first you're thinking maybe at the beginning it kind of fluctuated.
It was Elliot Girth for a long time.
In the beginning of the period you thought Elliot Girth. After Minot State started scoring, you're thinking Seshchuk. Now it's obvious it's Gasparilla scoring 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of this game to win it for the Illini.
I was saying he might get 20. He's 3/4 of the way there as a freshman. Unbelievable. Who's your second star?
I'll give it to Girth. I mean, obviously conceded less goals in this game. I thought in the first and second period he kept Illinois in it because Minot State had all those chances to tie it at 1. And I think for Illinois to be still up 1-0 through the first and second period, that helped a lot. But I didn't think we'd get, what, a 5-goal third.
4 goals in the third.
4 goals.
Who's your third star?
Third star, I'll give some.
Not as exciting at this point, obviously. You got the big guy out. You got the goalie.
I'll say Braden Efforts. I mean, he made a lot of great saves. He kept Minot. I mean,
it wasn't his fault that they had him.
No, I mean it's really tough for a keeper to keep out. You know, when you got that man advantage, Illinois was just sitting there. Ribba was just waiting and waiting for those 2 chances. Had it, but for me, the difference, the timeout might have cost Minot State, might have killed some of that momentum. And you got to keep your head cool when you're up like that. You cannot, punch some guys or just scuffle with someone on the bench. You got to keep your head cool and think about the team, think about the result. The major, the timeout, that's what did it for the Beavers, but they're going to come back stronger than ever tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that was a fun game. Let's do it again in 22 21 hours. We'll be back 7 p.m. tomorrow.
I need to get my voice back.
No, I am not ready for any of that now. Illinois wins it 3-2 tonight. 2 Casper River goals in the final 3 minutes of the game. And Illinois pulls off the upset number 12 over number 11. For Ori Benatar, Sofia Marano, Patrick Catazone, Corey O'Brien, I'm Steve Cohen. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. here at the Big Pond. You watched Illini hockey on YouTube. The Illini won this one 3